Tasty, tasty. Incredible. Tasty, tasty. Incredible.
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are, guys. I hope you're having a really good Sunday. Looks like Anonymous Biker was first in chat, so good afternoon, sir. Thank you very much for that. Super Hands is here as well, so is Oz Kilane. Rue is here too, hola. Baldboy12 is here too. Says, good evening all, moved over to Ko-fi for the next cycle. Anything I need to do on the Discord side to maintain SPC access. So on Ko-fi, or Coffee, however it's pronounced, if you need to link your Discord and your Ko-fi accounts together on Ko-fi itself. As long as you do that, everything should be fine. If you have any issues, drop me a message. Moons, thank you so much for 24 months of subs. Happy second PT birthday. Congratulations on that, dude. Well done. Reed's here as well. Missed being first by quite some margin as well. Yeah, by quite some margin. Piney, hey, good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. And Bolok as well. Anaki's here too. Says, hi Jane chat, hope everyone has had a good weekend. Thank you very much. Mr. Chris Bezic is here. He says, other vendors suck. Buy from Prototypist. A message I highly endorse, as this is my stream. Subscribe for 32 months. Thank you so much for that, dude. I appreciate it. Fred Zillosaurus as well here. Angry Swan 2. Who else? We've got Charlie off France. Good afternoon. It says, morning people. I think, Charlie, you will find it is 8 p.m. in the evening here in the UK. So I hope everyone's doing well. Honest Accountant says, hi Jay, how do you do? Are you looking forward to the Florida holiday? Yes, if I go. That's an ongoing question. I'll have more news for that on next week.
Tasty.
KK Jigs, yo, thanks very much for being here, dude. I appreciate you. Bulbs as well, thank you so much for being here. Ergo KB as well. Grey Hands. Zizora's here as well, the legend that is. Manu is here too. So is Alvi. RL Keebs as well. Captain Red Lack, thank you so much for 2 months of subs. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for that. Captain Mikey's here as well, the guy behind GMK Cosmos. Go check it out. It's still in group buy, just about. I can't remember when it ends. Clownfisher subscribed for 6 months. Thank you very much for that as well. How do you enter the GMK Darling raffle? Dude, we will talk about that on the stream when it happens, but basically we'll play marbles at some point during the stream, and whoever wins the game of marbles gets the set of GMK Darling, which is right there.
Tasty.
GMK Darling base kit. There you go. Still sealed from the factory. Super Hens, thank you so much for the 9 months of Prime. Celebrating my sub-anniversary with a martini. Nice, good way to do it. And congratulations on your first PT baby as well. 9 months in. Thank you very much for that. JMS, thank you so much for 18 months of subs. He's on his second PT baby today. Congratulations, good sir, and well done. Rockets is here as well. So is the Unborn. Snicky is here too. Avoid Manger, thank you so much for 26 months of subs, dude. Thoroughly appreciate that. Just one away from your third PT baby, which is kind of cool. Greets from the very west of Germany to you, the best vendor for keyboard and accessories. Also greets to Mel. Thank you very much. I'm sure she'll appreciate the notes. And thank you very much for thinking we're the best vendor. I appreciate you. I very much appreciate you. Rare in the rare stock GMK banderole. Yeah. So this was when they were testing out this packaging, because the original Darling came in the old packaging, but this was like a GMK test. But it's all still sealed up, and yeah, there's the original code and everything else. So yeah, there you go. Average Joe as well. Get in that store, absolutely. Perfect timing with the sub sound when you brought out GMK Darling. Did it do the tasty as I showed it? Nice. JQ UK, thank you so much for being here as well. I thoroughly appreciate you, dude. Thank you so much. Right. I think that's all the introductions done. Thank you so much for everyone who's here. I appreciate every last one of you more than you could know. Okay, that's a bit hotter than I expected. Tasty though. Right, let's start and crack on with some PT news. So this next week, I think on the 13th, which is like in just about a week's time, our next container should arrive at port. Now, that means I don't know exactly when it's going to arrive here at the workshop, but it should arrive to the port in about a week's time. Usually, it's anywhere between 5 days and 14 days after the boat hits port that we get the stock off the ship. They have to de-van it off the ship. It then has to go through customs. Then they have to bill me for the import duties. Then I have to pay that, and then they get it onto a lorry, and then it comes to us, and we get it delivered here to the workshop on pallets. So I'm expecting that to probably happen sometime around the 23rd of the month, something like that. But it is on the way. There's a lot in it. I have a massive list, but like I can't remember off the top of my head, but I think Freya's are in there, and there's a load of other stuff as well, some desk mats and keyboard kits and all sorts of stuff. There's a ton of stuff in there, so that's going to be here pretty soon. Got a plan to how we're going to tackle that as well, how we're going to work through it. There's a lot in there, as I say, and I think there's quite a lot of orders. So yeah, we'll finish it off. We'll finish it off. Probably mid-November. I think we'll get through all of that. It'll take us a few weeks. It'll arrive mid to late October, and then we'll get it all shipped out mid-November. I think that's the current expectation. And then our following shipment from China is just about to leave now, so it should hit at the back end of November, because it takes about 6 to 8 weeks to sail all the way around the bottom of Africa, and then up, and then into Europe, around Europe, and then out to the UK. So yeah, so I'm looking forward to that next shipment coming as well. I think the Bion Gihern or Gaihern, I think that's in the next shipment as well, the one that's about to arrive imminently. So there's a ton of stuff in there as well. So yeah. Is that Matrix numpad still pending, Jay? Really want a Christmas present for my girlfriend's Xmas present. I haven't looked, if you mean about my personal stuff, I haven't looked at it for a while. I'll try and look at it this week. No promises, but I'll try and get it looked at soon. Try and get it looked at soon. Are the closed captions not on? Let me check. No, they're not on. They should be on now, Osculane. You should have the closed caption service on now. Apologies. So yeah, so that's what's happening soon. This week I've got a ton of stuff to do. So the Mode 65s, I ran out of time last week to put them in stock, so they'll go in stock tomorrow. I've got the listing kind of half sorted out for the website, but there's a load of different bits and you can pick all the different choices. So yeah, I just need to finish that off tomorrow, and they'll go in live in stock probably at 6 p.m. tomorrow night. So if you're looking for a Mode 65, they will be in stock. We've also dropped a ton of other stuff in stock as well, which I'll cover when we take a look at the website in a minute. Anything else that's happening in PT news that I need to let you know about? I think that's it. We're expecting GMK High-Vis to arrive any day now. It should be at some point this week, I think. So as soon as that arrives, we'll get that shipped out and get the extras in stock as well. That'll probably take us a day or two. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, GMK High-Vis. I don't think there's. Let me load up Notion. Let me have a look on Notion and tell you. Oh. Wants to update. I apologize for the noise. Let me see if there's a list on Notion of what's on its way from GMK. Let me see if I have that. I think it's just GMK High-Vis, which is due to ship. In fact, actually looking at it, we haven't actually got the tracking yet, so I think it might be just about to ship and not quite shipped. So it might be next week when it arrives, not this week coming. And then in terms of the stuff that's on the shipment, we definitely had a load of stuff on there. So we have the Leviathan keyboards, which will take some time because we have to manually check every one of those. There were some issues in production, so I want to double check them. Monarchy systems, we've got the Trignon 60, Trignon 60. The next batch of the Neo Ergos, the Gihern R2, the next batch of the Neo 80s, and the Freya. So all that should be reasonably okay. We've also got some parts for the Allura 65 on there as well, I think. So we need to take a look at that and work that out. And I think we've also got Wook Studios Entwined Flowers, Cam Astha, and KKB Outer Bounds as well, all coming in the next week or two. So there'll be extras for all of those. So if you're waiting for those to go in stock, like Cam Astha or anything like that, it will be in stock relatively soon, which should be good. Yeah, okay, we do have a discount for you today as well, guys. So if you want to get 15% off anything in stock keycap set wise, and I will show you that, you can do that today. So loading up the website. Why am I not sharing that? There it is. Here on the website, if you go to all stuff and then in-stock keycaps, you can get 15% off any of these in-stock keycap sets. Just use the code STREAMSTOCK keycaps, capital S, capital K, and that's until the stream ends. I think Jelly's just pinned that in the chat as well, so if you want to take a look at that, you can get 15% off any in-stock keycap set whilst the stream is live. As soon as the stream is done, the discount goes away and you can't make use of it. So yeah. PJ's here as well, Aglaston Studio. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you very much for your time earlier on when we were chatting as well. I'm very excited for a TGR 910ME I got coming. Snagged a deal for a friend from £200. That's a bargain. That's a bargain. The 910's a great board. I've got a couple in the drawers behind me. Right, looking at the website then, I do want to call out that GMK Darling is in pre-order right now as well. Now, we do have the set to give away. It's here. We'll be giving that away later on stream today. but you can pick up in the group buy the CYL version, the standard cherry profile version, which is just £102 including VAT, so it's less, £85 excluding VAT. Or you can pick up the MT new version as well, depending on what you're looking for. And quite frankly, the MT new version, chef's kiss, looks so good. I'm pretty excited for it. And of course there is an international kit as well, so if you want to make sure, why did that go off that international kit? There we go. There is a full international kit as well, so you can pick that up as well. And I know that's expensive, but it's pretty good value overall, I think. So yeah. Cue the big surge in orders when people don't get the giveaway. Maybe. We'll see. This has a 6U center spacebar. Does it have 6U? It does have 6U center stem. That's what it says on the view. Yep, 6U center stem. So 6.25U, 7U, and 6U spacebars in the MT new base kit. Absolutely, yeah. Every time you say Darling, all I can think of is Blackadder. Well, it's not based on the Blackadder stuff, but if you want it to be, we can assume that it is Blackadder. For those of you who don't know, Blackadder was a very a long-running UK series, comedy skit series from a long time ago. From the 80s, I think. Just to call out as well, we've also dropped the ND75 ISO version in stock. So this is the bare bones version, so you need to add switches and keycaps to this, but it's just not, it's 86 quid including VAT plus shipping, so it's like less than 100 quid for a full aluminium ISO keyboard with a weight and everything else, PC plate, screen on there, everything else. It's a bargain. You can get that, and you could buy some keycaps at 15% off today. Just saying, guys, just saying. As well as that, we also restocked on Geon raw switches, high move raw switches. We also got the Hall effect switches, as well, from Geon. The Geon balance stabilizer wires are in stock. We got quite a lot of these, but they've been selling fast, so if you do want those, I'd pick them up pretty quick. And also, of course, the high vis desk mats. I was actually going to run one of these earlier on while I was streaming today, but because of the shape of it, it doesn't quite fit my desk from a streaming perspective. So maybe you'll see it on my desk when I get my personal set of GMK high vis. We'll see. Yeah, and live group buys. We've also got the Seal by Cosmos keyboard kit as well. So if you are looking at GMK Cosmos and you want a full size keyboard as well, the group buy's there. You can join the group buy. So yeah. So that's that. Coffee wise, Jay's Roastery is still selling coffee. We were actually roasting a lot of stuff on Monday coming. I'm drinking the sci-fi blend at the moment, which is pretty good. So if you want some more coffee, guys, you can order it from jaysroastery.co.uk. Yeah, that'll ship out within a day or two. And if you do want to support the stream and you don't want to subscribe on Twitch, you can of course use Ko-fi as well, because this is where we're doing stuff. We're 61% of the goal. Once we hit the goal, we'll do some GMK giveaways. So if we hit that next week, we'll do some giveaways, and you can get access to the SPC, which are the Twitch sub-channel on Discord, and a whole raft of other things such as pre-build services and access to prototypes and things like that as well. So if you're interested in that, please do support on Ko-fi or Twitch. I thoroughly appreciate any of the support we get. It helps us keep streaming. It helps us keep doing all the stuff. So thoroughly appreciate it. Right, okay, that's all the spiel done. So today we're doing a few things today. I've got some keyboard chores to do, but I've also got a ton of stuff I want to show you as well, like a few things I want to show you. So we'll talk through those as we get to them. And if you guys have got any questions, please ask away as we stream. Great price. For the TGR. Yeah, that TGR that Honest Accountant got, really good price. This MT new kitting is so good for the price. Yeah, so that's been a basis of like expected high MOQs, and it is probably the best selling GMK set of this year so far. Like, it's been selling really, really well. It's a great set. It's a lovely colorway.
Incredible.
It's got great, it's inspired by a lot of cool things that I can't really discuss, but without breaking like agreements and things. So yeah, it's a great set, and the fact that it's come back now for a second round is really, really good. Zombie, thank you so much for the 2 months of subs as well. I really appreciate that. Ponta says, fun to see some more colourful MT new sets running. Yeah, so there's some more coming up. I'm not sure which ones I can talk about and which ones I can't, so I'm not going to talk about them. But I know I can talk about Selectresque, which is coming up soon. I'm going to be helping the designer go through that process, and that's going to be a PT lead vendor set. So yeah, so we'll have a look at that. In terms of other things that are coming, there is a lot more MT new coming. That's what I will say. There's more MT new coming. The set's being designed all the time, and Novel Keys and us and Oblotsky have been working through Gion, been working through getting so many MT new sets going. So that is going to happen. There's going to be more of them over time. How's my Sunday been? Yeah, it's been a lazy day today. Today we got up and I went to the shop and bought a ton of bacon, and Ellie, my wife, and I, we had really nice bacon sandwiches, watched a load of TV, just crashed out pretty much all day, and then did some chores for an hour, like changed the beds, and we got a new robot vacuum because our old robot vacuum broke. We got it like 4 months ago, and it's just been sat in a box, and I didn't do anything with it, so I set that up today, so that's on charge, and I can set it mapping when I get home tonight. And yeah, that's been pretty much it. Come to the workshop, made some notes on some stuff I've got to do, printed out some orders ready to pack tomorrow, and now here I am streaming. So that's my Sunday. Godric J01 in the background. Yeah, the other ones I still haven't unpacked. So most of the J01 prototypes, because there's 4 of them here, 3 of them went to ClackyCon, and they're all still in my flight case. I haven't had a chance to unpack them yet, which is why Project Nixie is not on my desk. So yeah, it'll come back soon. It'll come back soon. Rip to those who bought Darling for insane prices on the aftermarket. Dude, I've had this set for a few years now. I had offers for like $1,000 for this set and more. I do have another set which is opened and in the boxes, which is the only reason why the novelties aren't coming with this, because I'm keeping the novelties for it. But yeah, like I've had stupid offers and I've never sold it, so I figured now that round 2 is happening, I'd just give it away. It's just easier to give it away. Selectresque will not be too obscenely expensive. We'll try and work it out so it's not. I can't guarantee Modo Light and Darling prices because I don't think it's going to hit as high MOQ, but we'll do what we can. We'll do what we can. What about MT New Skywriter? Yes, that is coming. That's coming to PT as well. Mike might have mentioned that on stream. I know we've already been talking about it, but yeah, Skywriter is definitely coming. Yeah. I'd love more MT new sets supporting Colvrac plus layouts. They just look so good. Yeah, Colvrac's a weird one. We bought, I want to say we bought 20 Oblivion Colvrac sets, and I believe we've sold 1 in 3 years. So as much as I would love to stock them, I don't think it's something I can justify here. Selectresque will have UK ISO. Yeah, I'm going to make sure it has some sort of international compatibility. It'll definitely have UK ISO there. Niku, Jay, could I have your opinion on my one-off? Would love to hear your opinion on it. Sure. Yeah, absolutely. I'm more than happy to have a look at stuff. Did the whole bunch of Darling scalpers already implode, or are they still coping with the release? Darling copium, please? I don't know. Like, I haven't seen anybody talking about it really, like complaining about it. I think the people who bought the set probably, and paid flipper prices for it, probably really enjoyed the theming of it, and therefore they're probably not too disappointed because they've had it for 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, whatever, 5 years. I don't know how long it is now. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, that we'll just have to see how it goes. Like, I think the scalpers, the prices will drop. Like, it's only going to take 12, 15 weeks for GMK to produce it, so with a fair wind, it might even make it just before Christmas. It might not as well, but realistically, it's probably going to be January, maybe February at a push to get MT New and GMK Darling round 2 out here. So yeah, like I think if people want to sell Darling for flipper prices, I kind of think the day's done. That's why I'm giving this set away now, because whoever wins it won't be able to flip it because no one's paid for it. They'd rather just buy it in the group buy and wait a couple of months, you know. Yeah, people, Crownfish, I think people are just trying their they're trying their hold out on it. Who says, what's the difference between aluminium and copper top case? Depends on the keyboard that you're talking about. But basically, it means that the top case of the keyboard. So if you look at my keyboard here, you can see it's two colors because of the colorway I've gone for this. It's like this piece being made of copper instead of being made of aluminium. That means it will be heavier, it'll sound different, it'll have a different profile for feel and touch as well, it'll look different. And that's all down to aesthetics, what you personally like. So yeah. A Darling R1 giveaway, you say yes. Yes, here is the set. Here is the Darling bass set. There you go. Yeah, we'll be giving that away today. Right, let's have a look at Niku's custom. Let's have a look at that. I'm going to share this on stream. I hope that's okay. You didn't tell me I couldn't share it on stream, so let's share it on stream. Okay, so this is the board. I like the color. Green's a good color. I'm going to assume this is copper. The cat's kind of cool. I'm going to guess this is like a 60% from looking at the top. I haven't looked at the rest of it. Those look like AKB black paw feet, which kind of makes sense with the cat kitting there. Oh, I like the side profile here. The curve's nice. Yeah, I like this. I like this. This is good. I like the copper peeking through here. I like the curve. Yeah, it's really nice. I'm not sure. Personally, I'm not sure about that particular engraving. But if that's the theme you're going for, that's cool. I like the side of the case, though. Some detail here. Okay, daughter board and weight. I'd have gone for Torx. I always prefer Torx to Hex, but that's a small thing. It's a prototype, I guess. Oh, you've gone for a Bion-style bolt-down system. Okay. On the angle. Okay. Little logo here. That reminds me of the Lando Norris logo. I don't know if you've seen that, but I like the shape of the weight on the inside. That's kind of nice. Looks like an airplane wing. Kind of like that. Kind of dig that. Standard daughter board positioning. Very, very similar to the Bion bolt system. Looks good. I'm going to assume it's got top mount just from the way the divots are here for screw heads. Yeah, you can see the Bion bolt system there, or like a very similar system to it. I'll look at chat in a minute and catch up with what you guys are saying. Yeah, I'm not personally keen on this particular logo, but I get it. I get the theming. Don't have to like everything. Oh, I like the curve here. This is nice. The way that this comes down and round and kind of has that S swoopy shape. That's nice. Kind of has that S shape, so it's kind of like an S. I kind of like that because it's got to come into the chamfer around the corner here. Yeah, I like that. And then it's kind of curved on the top there. I do like a curvy boy. Oh, you can see more of the curve here. Look, so you can see in the light there's like the curve across the top there. That's pretty nice. Looks like it's HHKB layout. Looks like a little bit like the Vero mixed with a Bion board, maybe. Yeah, okay. This is nice. Yeah, I like this. True HHKB as well, which is good. So it's not the MX style HHKB. Yeah, I like that. I do like the front edge. I like the side. Again, that looks like Stox's kind of idea of a... So if you don't know Stox was one of the admins on the MK UK server for a couple of years. That looks like something like he'd post. It's cool. Yeah, I do like the side profile. It looks better fully lit. Yeah, here you can see the S shape again. Curve on the back as well. Why didn't you do the curve on the front edge here? Why is that straight? It might look... I don't dislike it, but it'd be nice if that curve kind of followed here and matched there, because that curve kind of like this curve flowing around would be nice, and it would be nice to have that kind of matched at the front a little bit. Not like fully rounded off, but just a little bit of curve. But I think that's lovely. I love the colour. That green colour is to die for. I think green is an underrated colour in keyboards. I also think brown is an underrated colour in keyboards, and that looks really good. Right, let's see what you guys thought of that. Looks really good. Cat themed, love it. It's fine. Yes, that's copper. Coffee art on point. Thank you, Charlotte Kutas. Thank you, I appreciate that. W1ATV. Ah, okay, cool, yeah. Very similar thing. Very similar thing. Very nice pistachio green it is. Tadpole with Bion bolts. Yeah, I looked exactly like Bion bolts. Okay, tadpoles instead of screws, but yeah, I got what you were going for, yeah. I asked for Torx, my man, you put Hex. So one of the things that I've learned is not to trust Chinese manufacturers to provide screws. Don't ever trust them to provide screws. If you ever want screws, like in the UK, I think, Niku, I think you're in the UK. I will show you the site I use. This is where we buy all of ours from. So like there'll be other. I think McMaster Car is really good if you're in the US and things like that. But I would tend to buy screws from a known manufacturer, known quantity. Here in the UK, Westfield Fasteners are supreme. They are probably the best screw provider in the UK that I've found. And you can do like all different types of screw. They've got pretty much everything you want, but they have a whole range of really good hex screws that you can't round off, and they do them in different materials and different sizes. So this is the sizing, this is the material. So A2 is the material there. This one they do in a couple of different materials there, but they also do Torx, and they do, if you need like countersunk or rounded off for things, whatever you need, they probably have a screw for it. This is where we get all of our Torx screws for, so M2, M2.5. If you need a shorter head, they have a shorter head version as well. So yeah, they do these ones in M2 as well, because I've got a ton of them. If you want them in steel instead, like high tensile steel, they do those. So yeah, you can get pretty much whatever you want, and they're pretty cheap, right? Like if you wanted to buy some, I don't know, like let's look at some M2 standard. What are they? M2 by, let's say, 6mm, something quite common in keyboards. You can get a sachet of 4 for £1.29. You can get 300 for £17 and 5 pence, or you can get 1,500 screws for 61 quid. Bargain. So I always buy my screws from here and then ship them to the manufacturer and say use those instead, and give them instructions on which screws go where, and it generally works out better. You can also use the diagrams up here in the top corner and all of the kind of specs for the screw here to make sure that you're modeling them correct in CAD too. So you can actually model the screws, the pitch of the threads and everything else to make sure everything's going to work just fine. So yeah, just a little tip, that's what we do. We always use Westfield Fasteners, so yeah. Pretty colours. Hey Wolfie, thank you so much for being here. Right, okay. GVB says, hey Jay, we're in the rain waiting for an Uber back from Stratford to home. Nice. Well, I hope you get home soon, dude. EC compatible with an EC60 from a certain individual. Yeah, we're going to be stocking some Sipulet PCBs. I think we need to sort that out. I'm sorry, because my time has been messed around a little bit recently, so we'll figure that out. Westfield Fasteners can confirm we use very good. Use their screws for my one-off. Yeah, like Westfield Fasteners is fantastic. I tell everyone I can to use them because, like, I think I put James from AKB onto them and a few other. I think Max from Cable Car Designs put me onto them originally. But yeah, Westfield Fasteners, Pyro Bunny. Westfield Fasteners. They're really, really good, really good. And if you need to speak to them, you can just call them up and they will amend your order. They'll give you custom quotes. They'll figure things out. They're really good. Any place in Germany you know I could grab it from? I don't know of any EU places. Like, I've never imported screws from the EU. I've used a lot of Chinese companies and never been impressed. And I've used a couple of US companies. McMaster Car has always been reasonable, but no one's ever been Westfield Fasteners for me. Tell us more about incoming EC stuff. So yeah, so we have a huge order with KLC for all of the bits and pieces that you need from an EC perspective. I'm waiting for them to ship it. It was paid about 8 weeks ago now, I think 6 to 8 weeks ago. So it's just a waiting game now. So we're going to stock all of that kind of stuff and have that available. We're working with Sipulet to bring the PCBs over. So we'll have those in stock as well. I'm hoping to do some JO2 conversion kits. Not like a ton of them, but I'll have like 20 or so in stock so people could convert a JO2 to EC if they wanted to. So yeah. What also kind of sucks is that screws are not magnetized for the bion bolts, so kind of hard to get them in. So the screws themselves don't need to be magnetized. You just need to get steel screws and then they will be magnetic. If you get aluminium screws, they won't be magnetic because aluminium isn't magnetic as a material. So you'll need to get steel. Some stainless steel ones aren't true stainless steel. They're kind of like stainless steel coated and they will be magnetic as well. So it just depends on the screw. But yeah, if you need ones that are magnetized, then absolutely look for something that's magnetic as a material. Yeah. RL Keep says, just picked up a set of empty new Dolch with the discount. Well done. Congratulations. With DCS Dolch upcoming and perhaps KKB Dolch Neo possibly coming soon, I might end up with 3 Dolch sets. There's nothing wrong with Dolch. You cannot have too much Dolch. Thanks for this, Jay. Showing this, Jay. Been looking for somewhere to get screws other than Amazon that isn't too expensive. Yeah, like Westfield Fasteners is not the cheapest place out there, but it's the cheapest for the level of quality that you get. Yeah. Nylon 2, nice. Yeah, they do some nylon screws. I've had some in the past for when we've been doing polycarbonate boards. None of which ever made it out of prototype phase, actually. But they're pretty good. They're pretty good. The nylon screws are always kind of like they're an exercise in compromise.
Tasty.
Manic Geek, thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And welcome, guys, to the Prototypist stream. But yeah, nylon screws are an exercise in compromise because you need to make sure that they are sturdy enough to screw in, but they are also going to be inherently weak because of the nature of the material themselves. And when you're putting force on plastics and you're screwing something in, it will get hot quite quickly, hotter than you'd think. Like if you've ever given yourself like a wrist burn, you know, you twist someone's wrist and it kind of burns the skin. It's a little bit like that. It creates heat quite quickly, does friction on plastics. So that's a really, yeah, not that hand movement, but you know what I'm trying to get my point across. So yeah, you just need to be careful with that kind of stuff as well. Thank you so much, whoever that was. So Bob Hotshot, thank you so much for 22 months of subs, dude. Been missing a few streams lately. Have this on whilst I finish a project for a job application. Well, good luck with the job application, Bob. I hope you do really well, and let me know if you get the job, because I'll be proud of you. So yeah, right, let's catch up with chat. They forget places outside London have the same name. What? Okay. Sibulet says Kevin was out to Australia and some manu trips in China, so it's probably where the weight came from. Yeah, I mean, KLC is more than just Kevin, so yeah, like he knew about it, and we've been doing other stuff like the Jane stuff and the Rubber Haku stuff, so yeah. Reserve one of those conversion kits for me, please. You got it, good sir, you got it. I know you'd want one. Is there any issues with galvanic corrosion? So, galvanic corrosion is kind of an interesting thing. For the usage we have in keyboards, you shouldn't really see it. I've never seen any of that on Westfield fasteners screws. The only time I've ever really seen it is when I've had raw aluminium and brass up against each other, uncoated brass. You sometimes start to see oxidation there as well. ECJR1, that would maybe, like that depends on a lot of things, Rue. Like I'd love to do it. I don't know if we can. Don't know if we can. We'll see. Saviour, hello, thank you so much for being here, and the Manic Geek as well, thank you so much. What do you do, Manic Geek? I don't know you. I've never followed you or seen your stream, so I'm not sure what you do. Do you do keyboards like we do, like these? Wait, wrong side. Custom keyboards in the background, or this kind of thing? I don't know. I'm not sure what you stream. So let me know. Let me know in chat. Nylon is a tough one. Yeah. So nylon screws are good, but like friction with nylon on polycarbonate, it's tough. That guy Starsky, hey man, good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. Would be good for envoy retainer screws and avoid resonance. Yeah, nylons would work for that. Yeah. Enjoy your Uber, GVB. Thanks for the recommendation.
Tasty.
We'll just exchange the screws and order proper ones. Yeah, like if you need like a small number, Niku, and you know the sizes, I have thousands of screws in a big drawer down here. It's like a drawer like this, but in the workshop. So they're like stupidly wide, and they like go really deep. Like if you look at how many keyboards I have in these. Like they just go back and back and back. I have a drawer like that full of 3D printed pots and screws arranged in order of size. Like they go from left to right, M2, M3, M4, M5, M6, all the way up to M10. Because we don't really need anything bigger than that here in the workshop. And then I have all the different lengths front to back. So 12 millimeters, 10 millimeters, 8 millimeters, 6 millimeters, whatever. So if you have like a list of what you need, I might be able to just scrape them together. So we'll see. Any plans on restocking SW Beige or stocking Dolce? Yes, so we'll be stocking SW Beige. I'm waiting for that to arrive. It might be in the next container in the next couple of weeks. I'm not sure. If not, then SW Dolce is going to rehappen, I believe. I just don't know when. So yeah. We actually built with an Envoy today, and you'd like to try the nylon fasteners with it. Cool. Well, Westfield fasteners, nylon fasteners there. Yeah, Manic Geek, I'm sorry, I'm going to give you a follow because I have no idea what you guys stream. There, and next time you're streaming, I can have a look. But thank you very much for the raid. I appreciate it. Okay, Void Media, thank you so much for 31 months of subs. Good evening, Jay. +1 interest for ECJ1 and more EC in general. Yeah, I'll see what I can do. No promises. Checked out 5 different HMX switches on our mode Envoy. And before that, we tested 4 different places in a drop CSTM80. Nice. I haven't tried any of the new drop boards, if I'm honest, but some of the old ones were pretty good. I think the worst thing about this stream is seeing Mecha01. It's a thing of beauty, and you know it. Thank you, Russ, for the gift sub. I thoroughly appreciate you, dude. I miss you, Russ. I still owe you a pizza as well. BMT, hey man, good to see you. Thank you very much for being here. Look how many items that bad boy can store. Damn. You should see the artisan drawer. Is it this one? Like, I don't know if you can see, but I have like 3 trays full here. And then there's some more trays dotted around. There's another tray up there that's full of artisans, and there's a couple over on the shelf over at the far side of the room as well. May soon order a GMK set from you. I may then just reach out for you to the screws to send with that. Niku, yeah, more than happy to do that. More than happy. Godzilla Waddle, thank you so much for 6 months subs. Evening, bit late to the stream tonight. No worries, dude. No worries. And the best thing, I should just be able to switch between MX and EC. On the JO1, yeah, it'll just be, sorry, JO2, it'll just be pop off the magnetic top, lift out the components, unplug the JST cable, lift up your other set of components, plug in the JST cable, pop it in, top on, done. You'll be going. And then you obviously unplug the power first. But yeah, other than that, it'll do. Never tried EC, should I try it out? Yeah, come to the workshop and try it out. The pizza. Yeah, the pizza. I love that flat file. Wish I had room for one in the office. This is big. Like, this goes back like 4 feet. It's big, and all of the drawers are full. So like every single drawer is just full of keyboards. So you can't really tell. I've got a lodestone here, an AKB prototype there, a load of prototype PCBs, and a GAF 910 at the back. I think it's GAF 910. Yeah, GAF 910 at the back. The T9, this is a cool keyboard, the T9, and then all of the different parts of the T9. And then we've got a Heine TKL, a matching numpad, a Voice Mini. That is a OTD, and then we've got an Argyle at the back. But all of the drawers are full. They're just full. This is where all my personal collection lives. So we've got a Mr. Suit, a JO2 prototype, another Lodestone prototype, a TMO in pink, a TGR Jane. Yeah, loads of stuff. So yeah, but the whole thing's full. So yeah. Right, how's Type Plus stabilizer? Type Plus stabilizers are okay. They're okay. We will be getting some in stock. The issue we had is we couldn't buy them because the Type Plus guys aren't registered as a business, so they couldn't invoice us. But we found a way around it, so we're going to have some of them in soon. Yeah, they're pretty good. Sipula shilling on EC stuff, yeah. Another visit shall be arranged. Absolutely. It's going to be so much fun. Yeah, I own 2 Topra boards and I highly recommend EC. I have an aged Topra board and it's my end game. I've got some new in-box old Real Force boards over to one side that are pretty cool. Out of curiosity, do you ever allow people to visit prototypists? Yeah, like you can email us and make an appointment and we can schedule like a 90-minute meet and greet, and we'll do like a personalized shopping tour with you, so you can come, bring your spending money, and we can kind of figure out like a build for you here at the workshop. And if it's hotspot, we can help you put it together, and you can try out with the keycaps. You can check out my personal collection for inspiration. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you just need to drop us an email and we'll book that in. It'll have to be during the week because we don't work weekends, but we can book it in. Did I miss which brand it is? Looks like the Bisley, but they don't have those handles in the middle. It is a Bisley, but it's a custom one. So I had custom drawer fronts made because Bisley has like a ledge that you put your fingers under for the handles, and I asked them to do the fronts all flat because they do like a customization service. They didn't provide these handles. I installed those myself, so it's just some drills, some self-tapping screws, and some handles. The handles came from IKEA, but the drawers are Bisley, yeah. Although I haven't put in the soft close yet. There's like a little soft close mechanism that you just click in and put that in. I'd never got around to fitting that, but I should do. Literally the dream. Thanks. One crazy keyboard robber is writing this down. I mean, they'd have to get past our security first, and Workshop Doggo as well, but sure. Better than a toolbox? Oh, you should see my toolbox. Like, I've got a full-on, like, it's about 5 feet long, and it's stainless steel with a wooden top, and it's on wheels, and it's got drawers in it. My toolbox is huge because I do a lot of work on classic cars as well when I have the time. So, yeah. Pink A0 large format cabinets for everyone. Yeah, that's basically it, apart from custom fronts on the Bisley bit. Yeah, that's basically it. It's 2 of those stacked together. Only I didn't go for pink, I went for white, because like wherever we go, it has to fit and work. So like if we ever move the PC office, it has to work. So we don't deserve having you in the hobby, Jay. Well, I thank you for that, dude. Like I think I owe people more than I deliver. So I always feel like we don't do enough, and I wish I could do more. So yeah. The other thing I do want to do as well is next year I want to do a PT Open Day where we'll have like people be able to come in, have a cup of coffee, have a sit down, have a chat with the team, pick up some keyboard stuff if they're interested in that, see my personal collection or some elements of my personal collection, try out some prototypes. We've done it a couple of times before. We did it at our old workshop a couple of years ago, and we've done it once in this workshop. I'd like to do that again, maybe in the spring. I was going to try and do it this year, but it's just not going to work out time-wise now. So yeah. Yeah, so it was Bisley UK that did that for me. It's literally just a flat front. So yeah. They charged me extra for it, but it was a lot of money. My toolbox is huge. Thank you, Mr. Blackbrick. It's a perfectly average toolbox. There we go. Keep the stream safe. Doing so much good for us in the hobby. Well, thank you, dude. I appreciate it. I do appreciate it. Prepare yourself for good coffee and lots of keyboard stuff. The coffee is good, I will say. In fact, actually, someone earlier on asked if the coffee business was profitable as well. I can't remember who that was, but someone did ask that, and I meant to answer it, and I didn't. Who asked that now? I can't find it. Someone did ask about it, though. Who was it? Who was it who asked? I can't see it. Maybe it's too further up in chat. I don't know. I don't know. Like... Maybe it's further up in chat. Anyway, someone asked if the coffee business is Nigel Keeper. Yeah, right. Okay, is it if it's profitable? So yeah, so most of our coffee we don't sell to like people like yourselves. Most of our coffee is sold directly to cafes. So there's a load of cafes around here that have exactly the same coffee as I have in my cup, available for you to just buy over the counter. So that's how the model works. And there's quite a few cafes around here that have our standard blend, which is called the Fiction Blend. That's their house coffee. So there's quite a lot of coffee shops around this area that use it, and a couple dotted around the country as well. Because we were doing that, and I know that people are interested in coffee, we kind of opened up Jay's Roastery to offer the coffee beans, kind of what was left over from the roasting process or whatever, bag it up and sell it like other companies do. Is it profitable, like on that side of it? Yes, but not hugely so. Like we don't make a massive margin on each bag, but it's more to kind of like give you guys an early access to the stuff that we want to do from a coffee perspective when I have more time to look at it, and more time to build the business up. So it's like it's alpha access effectively. So if we look at the website, this is the alpha access to the 3 coffees that we have here. There's more coffees going to be coming in the range later on, and this website is very, very much the alpha version of the website, because I want to kind of do like a whole book club thing. The store's called Jay's Roast Story instead of Roastery. I put a bit of a play on words there, because we call it like the classic blend, the fiction blend, the sci-fi blend. It's based on different types of written works. So we're gonna do the true crime, which will be our decaffeinated coffee, and I want to do the romance, which will be kind of like a mocha flavored coffee. So there'll be more stuff coming onto the website. It's just very much of a not B stock, but it's very much of a B-side project. It's like when I have time to work on it, we'll build up the coffee stuff, and that I hope will become viable on its own. And you can see this is me in the workshop. This picture is literally me making a cup of coffee in our workshop on my Londinium, which is my lever pull espresso machine here at the workshop. So it says here right now there's a load of stuff coming to the website. It's early access mode. That was of May when we launched the site. Originally it was supposed to launch last October, and things got delayed. We're working on new artworks for logos and packaging designs and everything else. The coffee company is 100% sustainable as well, just like Prototypist is, and we'll be working on detailing how that's going to work. And we also need to figure out international shipping options as well for coffee, which is a little bit worrying because there's laws about certain countries that you can take coffee to and not. So we need to figure that out, and we're going to have some single origins as well. So that's basically it. Is it profitable? Not hugely on this side of it, like selling it to you guys in the bags and stuff like that. But yeah, it makes money. Like it just goes, right? That's how I would say it. ticking over nicely. So yeah, cheesecake switches are good. Thanks for the samples. I'm glad you like them, Anonymous Biker. We're getting the last batch I can get my hands on of cheesecake switches in the next week or two. And when they go in stock, that will be the last set that we have. And every time we've restocked them, they've sold out within a day or two. This will be the last time we're getting them. So if you want cheesecake switches, watch out for that announcement and just get your order in. Just order them and go from there. Yeah. Can we get a book recommendation on each stream? Not right now, but when we get it up and running, yeah, absolutely. Like, I read a lot. I probably read 30 to 40 novels a year. So, yeah. Your coffee art has gotten a lot better than mine. Lack of barista working has lost my skill. Yeah, like, I can't do, like, the swans and stuff like that, but I can do a few patterns now. Like, you get used to it. Like, when you start brewing your own coffee and stuff. Okay. Looking forward to it. Yeah, like I want to do a whole book club on the website. Like every month we'll have like a book club, and we'll have a book that everyone's reading. We'll have like a comment section where people can leave their thoughts. They can talk about which coffee they've drunk while they were reading the book. The other thing I want to do next year, I've had the idea in the back of my head to do a coffee shop for probably 20 years now, since I first started drinking nice coffee. I've always wanted to do a coffee shop. Now I kind of have the coffee to sell in the coffee shop, and coffee that's good. It's really good. Like, I know sounds like I'm blowing my own trumpet, but the coffee is really, really good. The Fiction blend is a fantastic house blend. If you want something a little bit darker, the Classics blend is perfect. If you want something with a little bit more fruity flavor to it, the Sci-Fi blend is perfect. So I kind of do want to do a little coffee shop. I don't know where. I don't know what that will look like, but I would love to have a little coffee shop and it be open quite late and do book clubs on certain evenings, or maybe one night on the weekend, and not do a ton of food, but do like some nice cakes and stuff like that. Just a really nice little quaint coffee shop with good Wi-Fi and a good atmosphere. And yeah, that's something that we'll try and work on. Mode 65 solder boards going live tomorrow. Yes, the Mode 65 will be in stock tomorrow. I just ran out of time last week. Are they not going to make another batch of cheesecakes? I don't know. All of the other vendors have struggled to sell them. I think there's a pocket of people in the UK that have discovered cheesecake switches and how good they are. And like, I keep a pack on my desk just because I like to test them and stuff. And around the rest of the world, people have slept on them. So I've basically gone out to all the vendors and bought their stock and dragged them into PT. And now no one else has got any in stock, really. There's like dribs and drabs here and there. So yeah. Yeah, we'll see. Good keyboards as well. Yeah, like in the coffee shop, I have the idea of having like a little businessy work area, not like hot desking as such, but with maybe a hot desking and stuff. Actually, maybe the more I think about it, but it'd have like really nice keyboards and stuff, and they'd have signs saying what they are, and you could buy them from the website or whatever. We'd have some stock at the coffee shop, and you know, like I've always got bags of coffee here that we could sell as well and stuff like that. So yeah, maybe something like that as well. Coffee shop library, dude. I'm in Bradford, and there's a Waterstones in Bradford city centre. The PT workshop is in Bradford, just on the outskirts of the ring road around the city, and about 3 or 4 miles away from here in the centre of Bradford there is a Waterstones in an old church. Let me see if I can find it, because it's just a stunning location. Let me see if I can find some pictures to share with you guys. Here we go. So this is the Waterstones in Bradford. Look at that. Look how beautiful this is. It is go away. It's in this old church cathedral type building, and they've got all of the books laid out, and there's a little coffee shop in there, and it is just fantastic to go and sit in there. I've been there like 4 times. I've lived around here like within 10 miles of this place for for the past 10 years. It takes a while. It takes something big to get me to go there, but it is such a nice location. Let's see if there's some other pictures of it. Yeah, look at this. Just look how beautiful it is. Wait. Where'd the picture go? I want the picture. No, open picture in new tab. Where is it? There it is. Look at that. Look how beautiful it is. Look at all that. Yeah, the little coffee shop's kind of tucked in one of these little alcoves somewhere, I think. In fact, it might be to just this side of the, like to this side here, just behind this pillar, I think the little coffee shop is. It's just lovely. It's just a lovely place to go. And when it rains in there, if you're sat in there when it rains, the rain coming down just sounds so fantastic on that sloped roof. It just kind of echoes all around you. And it's always dead quiet, and it smells like a bookshop. I don't like that it's Waterstones, because I don't particularly like Waterstones as a brand, but I'd love to do something like that. I'd love to have a place like that. Maybe that was partly subconsciously in my mind to come up with that. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? Looks like something out of Harry Potter. Yeah, very cultured for Bradford. Bradford so Bradford's full of these really cool old buildings. So you have to remember that around here in Yorkshire, this is kind of like where the Industrial Revolution blew up from. So, you know, all the places between Manchester and Leeds, so you've got like Bradford and Mytholmroyd and, you know, all those kind of places, all kind of dotted across Yorkshire, and it's where all of the valleys where the textile revolution happened and the industrial revolution kicked off. So at one time, a couple of hundred years ago, Bradford was kind of like a big, it means broad ford, right? It's Bradford is a broad ford across the river, which is the River Aire. And it was kind of like a place where the canal came to, the river came to, the railways came to. So Bradford was massively wealthy at one time. And then kind of like as the Industrial Revolution died down, that all of these old buildings were built all throughout, you know, Victorian England and before, and up to kind of like Georgian times. So there's all these lovely stone buildings and cathedrals and everything else. And then, you know, after the Second World War, that kind of all disappeared and everything kind of went to the major cities, and Bradford kind of, over the 50s, 60s, 70s and 80s, Bradford kind of went a lot downhill, I won't lie, and struggled like in the shadow of Leeds a little bit. But there are still some amazing buildings here in Bradford. Still some amazing buildings. I mean, Bradford has become the city of culture for 2025, I think. So, yeah. Late Gothic profane church. Absolutely, yeah. It's good to put it to use instead of it being gutted and converted to flats. I agree, yeah. Can you imagine doing that up as a place to live? Yeah, it would cost a fortune to heat, as Bazooka says, yeah. But it'd be cool. It'd be cool, right? Right, okay, so I think it's time to do some actual keyboard stuff because we haven't done that yet. I do have a few things to box up. So if you guys... Bradford got its name from the high concentration of bakeries in the area. I don't think that's true. Let's have a look. Is that true? I mean, it's a broad ford across the river, right? Like, you're making me look this up. You're making me look this up now. You're making me look it up. The wool capital of the world. There you go. It was very rich at one point. Doesn't actually tell me on Wikipedia. Yeah, broad ford. Yeah, thank you very much. Wide river crossing, as I said. Thank you, Bazooka. Yeah, thank you. The number of hotted up fords per capita is the highest in the country. Nigel Kipper just trying to trick me there. That it didn't sound right. Didn't sound right. I knew I was right on the naming of it. But yeah, it's an interesting place, is Bradford. Like, I'm from Leeds originally, which is about 10 miles from here. I only moved to Bradford because I worked in Halifax, and it was kind of like a stopgap. And technically, I'm not really in Bradford. I'm kind of like on the outskirts. It's just a Bradford postcode. But yeah, it is what it is. Right, let's do some actual keyboard stuff now. So the first thing I have to do is put some stuff into tubs. So my keyboard keycap collection that you can see over in the background, that's all in these tubs. So I need to put some stuff in there. And the first thing I need to do is put the Clackicon keycaps in there. So we opened these last week whilst I was at Clackicon in the Netherlands. I did buy a set of the keycap sets that they do, and it's time to put them in a tub. So this is the keycap set that they do. It's pretty cool. It's pretty sweet. Nice little keycap set. And it's cool they have a branded keycap set as well. I need something sharp to open this up with. Do I think I can do it with the edge of this pen? I can. There we go. People do nothing? Wait, what? What people do nothing? would go well with the Alex Silver and orange. Yeah, possibly. I haven't seen that orange in real life, but I imagine it would do. So this is the base kit. So let's do the label first. It's a show based in Bradford. Oh, I haven't seen that at all. Wait, are we not turning on? There we go. Cracky Con. This is the base kit. I don't know if they do any other kits for this. As far as I know, it's just the base. How much was the Clackicon kit? I don't know. I bought it on the day because Muskish bullied me into it. Clackicon had a keycap set. Yeah, Clackicon has its own keycap set. Yeah. I think you can buy it off the Clacky Keeps website, I think. Should we have a look? Let's put this label on, we'll have a look. I think it was €90. That sounds about right. I bet he charged me local VAT as well, which he shouldn't have done because I was... Although I should have declared it when I came over the border and I didn't, so I'll let him keep the VAT. That makes me feel a bit better. There we go. Should we have a look on the website? Oh, he's on the right one. Where's the browser? There it is. There you go. It's £77 in the UK, including tax. But there you go. You can buy that. Designed by the wonderful MVKB. Produced by Creative, Cherry Profile. There you go. It's available. It's in stock. It's a really cool kit. It's a really cool set. I wouldn't have bought it if I didn't like it. It reminds me a little bit of, oh gosh, what was the... Wait, why is this covered? Oh, there we go. Reminds me of, what was the GMK set? Coral? Yeah, GMK Coral. It reminds me quite a bit of GMK Coral. It's very similar colours to that. Dice of PBT as well. Don't think they have many left. Yeah, I'm not 100% certain how much they have left. I think about half of their order, I think Mosk told me. Yeah. It does come with some cool novelties though. Look at these. You kind of get like a commemorative keycap basically by ordering it. It's pretty cool. That one's really cool. There we go. That's job one done. Nice. I do have another set to do as well. So last week, I don't have it to hand, but last week we opened up the prototype JOG set, which is kind of like my OG cherry inspired dice set that I've been working on for a while. So jealous of the real estate for novelties on your humorously oversized end keys. Right? The ISO enter is cool. So these are made by JCS Studio, and we did look at the prototypes for this last week, but now it's time for it to go in a tub and not stay in this box. So this is not going to be a full kit because the rest of it's on the keyboard that we built last week. But yeah, we're going to pop this into the tub as well. So this is the JOG prototype set. How do I do a dash on this? Is there a symbol setting? Oh, hold on. Can we find a dash? There must be a dash, right? There we go. JOG prototype base. Cool. Symbol button needs to cycle through. Yeah. Thank you. Found it. So the idea behind this set, Moons, is one of my favorite types of keycap set is the vintage OG Cherry stuff. And when you look up the OG Cherry boards, they basically had what they called article numbers. And the article numbers told you about what keycaps you could expect to find on the board, what switches you could expect to find on the board. And it'd start off and it'd be like G80, whatever board it was, or G81, or whatever, MY3000, whatever the board was, it'd have like a bit of a code at the front, and that would tell you the layout of the board and what keys it would have on it. And the other thing that it had was a code at the end, which was 3 letters, and those 3-letter codes determined what type of keycaps you got, whether they were ABS double shot, PBT die sub, or PBT laser etched, or a couple of other types as well. It also told you what switches were in the board, and it also told you what language the board was in as well. So, for example, in the UK, we had SAG and SBG. S meant it was die sub PBT keycaps, the really cool old school OG Cherry die sub keycaps. The A was the type of switch. I think A, if I remember correctly, was for Cherry MX Blacks. I think B was for blue clickies, I think. I'd have to look it up and check. And then the G was for Great Britain, which was the UK layout. They also did SAU, for example, for United States. They did SAI for Italian, SAP for Portuguese, SAB for Belgian, and there were a few other ones as well. And this set here is basically my homage set to the UK ISO version, SAG, but it also has the SAU, the United States version as well, so it has ANSI as well in it. So these are the keys that are left over, but you can see we have the A and SI keys as well, the enter key, the shift keys, the 6.25U bottom row. And whilst this wouldn't have been in the original SAG set, I did go for the Windows logo keys as well, just because I like the vintage aesthetic of them. So all of those old boards that these keycaps would have originally come on would have been wing keyless, because that was just the style at the time. But these are the keycaps, and they came out really, really nice. This is the caps lock key, for example. The print is really good. It's really straight. It's not faded. It's not, worried. None of the keys are bent. They're all pretty good. Nice thick PBT keycaps. Pretty close to what the original ones look like. And so that was what I had in mind. We're going to have this full set in stock. So it's got the full UK ISO set, the full standard ANSI set, 7U, 6.25U bottom rows, with the cool Windows key, which has that really cool Windows logo on it. And a few other bits of compatibility, such as numpads and all of that kind of stuff as well. And we're going to try and sell these for, like, I'm hoping for 45 quid, like less than 50 quid I want to sell these for. So yeah, so it even has like the front print on certain keys as well to mimic those older keys, like the pause break. So yeah, that's the plan. It's to put this in stock as well. So I think production's already started on them, because I signed off on the prototype set, which is this one with a couple of changes. I think we got two of this key. We've got 2 of this key in the base kit. I don't know why. A little bit of a miscommunication between me and the factory, but we fixed that now, and everything else as well is good. So yeah, gonna get these into production, and as soon as they're finished, we'll have them in stock. JCS Arabic was good, so it's to be expected. Yeah, it's going to be basically the same quality as JCS Arabic. Yeah. Are we getting any CRP blank sets in? No plans at the moment, Bolok. Maybe in the future, but no plans right now. Superhens wants the set. Cool. Yeah, I mean, it's really, really cool. It's on the PT175 that we built on stream last week. Also has split spacebar support as well. These will be in... the split spacebars will be in it as well. So, yeah. Should be good. Should be good. Hopefully it'll do well. Keep the price down. And hopefully people pick them up. So there we go. That's the first of our chores done for today. The other thing that I have to talk about is Selvin. So Selvin at ClackyCon was kind enough to give me these. These are coasters that he's been designing, and quite frankly, I'd like to put these in stock as well. So there's two types of the same one. This is polycarbonate, milled polycarbonate with a copper insert and the screws to hold it down, which look really cool. And I've got basically got these to test them out at the minute. So there you go. These are by Salvin and Max Volta. I don't know if the text is going to be visible there, but there you go. So I'm kind of interested to do these. Now this is copper as well, but this one is tarnished a little bit because, as you can see, it's not clear coated, so these will tarnish over time. And I've got brass ones that are coated and not coated as well. So these are basically in test to see how they do over the next couple of months, and see how they perform across the workshop while we use them quite a lot. I've got hair in my eye. That's really frustrating. It was really ticklish. Hair in my eye. Apologies. So I'm really excited for these. I think they look great. They're nice and weighty. They're expensive, but that's kind of to be expected. No, I did not get that hair. It's still tickling my eye. I apologize. Oh, it's attached to my head. That's why. There we go. It's peeking down from under my hat. There we go. So yeah, they are expensive. But like when I saw these in real life, I couldn't help but really like them. I'd love to get them in stock. I think I want to give them a test out first to make sure they're okay.
Incredible.
And then perhaps we'll try and get them in stock in the near future. So I'll have a chat with Salvin and see what we can do. But I've been trying them out. As you can see, we've got one trying out there, and we've got the NRD ones over here, which is nice. Little thing, the trays in JC Studio sets are awesome. Yeah, they are nice. They are nice. Launchpad coasters in? Yeah, I think so. I want to just test them out for a little bit. We have a really nice carbon fiber one. Dude, I have so many nice coasters, it's unbelievable. The carbon fiber one is going to become a lid for the pod because I just need to 3D print. I need to design and 3D print the tub that the lid's going to go on, and we'll do that with it.
Incredible.
I definitely need one of these. We're in my desk with icy drinks. Yeah, absolutely. We can definitely do something. Custom NRD coaster, I assume. Colors are very on brand. Yeah, so it was a gift from Jellymaster to match match my keyboard, and it's a pretty good match. So it's a coaster and it's the tray. Pretty good match. Bear in mind this is anodized and this is cerakoted. But yeah, this came out super cool. Oh, you can see my coffee stains on it already because I use it a lot. But it's basically light pink polycarbonate with the teal and then the pink inlay. And then the tray is fully pink. I mean, it's so bright as this pink that the camera doesn't even like to pick it up. So yeah. I don't know the actual colors code. It might be Robin's Egg Blue and Prism Pink. I'm not 100% certain. Jelly arranged it. I wasn't involved. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Right, next up. I have something to show you guys. So this is an empty box, but I'm going to show you what this is first. So this is the product that people didn't think would exist. This is the NL QB project. Now I only have one of the keyboards. I know Black Simon got a little bit more of the set because it comes with a tented Alice, a 75% and a numpad kit. So you get all three keyboards for the price. And this is going to come to group buy soon. But I wanted to show you guys it in a bit more detail. I've just noticed that this kind of has the Alice kind of bow to it. You know, that kind of, it's not a straight line, it's kind of like bowed like the Alice would be. And then there's a wrist rest as well. I mean, it's kind of like, yeah, you can see what it is. So we're gonna be the UK vendor for these, and so I told them basically, like, if you want us to be the vendor, you need to send me like proof of what these keyboards are like so I can try them. So I didn't get the full set, but I did get the 75%. I was going to show you guys this today. It's real? Yeah, it's real. Now, bear in mind, as I say, I didn't get the full set. I only got the 75%, but it comes in a box like this, and here it is. We have a ton of sample switches. I have no idea what these switches are, but they come in little tubs. That one's a linear.
Incredible.
Don't know what it is. I need a guide on what the switches are. We've got some linear switches there, and I love trying out new switches. It's nice. These are pretty cool. I quite like the color of these. These are kind of like almost like a shimmer to them. Oh, they're tactile as hell. They're really tactile and poppy. Again, I have no idea what these are. Go on, camera, please. Focus. Camera, please. Camera, please. Yeah, I have no idea what these are, but they've got a cool light pipe in them. A very nice tactile switch. Well, we're going to build it next week, Carathox. So we'll see if it's any good next week. And we'll try out all these switches as well next week, I'm sure. Oh, that's a linear as well. That feels like a silent linear. I can't really tell because I have my headphones on. But a nice peachy pink colour. Clacky switches by Key Geek. Poppy switches by Beeson. Thocky switches by JWX. Tactile switches by Haimu. Silent switches by Huano. Well, these must be the silence then, because these are also linears. Again, they're just black switches. Don't know. They feel very similar to the first ones, actually. Might be 2 packs of them. It's on the box description. Yeah, I don't think it's right, though, because these two, I think, are the same switch. I think they're the same switch. They feel the same. And I thought that was just branding on the box, to be honest with you. So... Oh, they feel weird. Not a fan of those. Instantly not a fan. But we'll give them all a try next week, and we'll figure out what they are, and we'll talk about them, and we'll open them up and have a look. I'm just showing you guys what we get in the box today. A load of little rubber gaskets, some rubber feet, a custom daughter board. That's not a standard daughter board. It's a custom one. Some screws. We've got a polycarbonate plate. Now this is for the 75%, as you can see. It's polycarbonate plate, ANSI only, but we do have the hot swap PCB as well. So that an ANSI only hot swap PCB. It's cool that it's got the bars on to show you where the stabilizers go. Only one layout. There's nothing that you can customize on this other than the caps lock for stepped or full. That's the only customization option you've got. No split backspace. No ISO enter. The Alice and the numpad were more interesting. That's fair. That's fair. And then underneath here, we have the keyboard. Now, again, I haven't really looked at this. This is red. It's pretty chunky. Side blocker, 75% with a normal blocker as well. And the package is open here. The anodization's smooth. It's nice and smooth. It's alright. Foam's included. I feel like this must be aluminium weight. I don't know. We'll see when we open it up next week whether it's aluminium or whether it's actually brass. So yeah. From Simon and Alex Otos' Jeremy's with what they received from QB, I don't think it's unreasonable that they sent you 2 times the same switch by mistake. Yeah, I mean, this has been at the workshop for like 5 weeks now. I've just never got around to opening it. Now, under here, I did notice that there is the space under here for the wrist rest and the Alice style board, but obviously they're not included. And then the numpad would go here, I assume, but obviously I don't have that included. So, yeah, it is what it is. It seems pretty okay. We'll build it up next week and we'll see what the switches are. We'll try them out. Could be 2 of the same switch. I don't know. We'll try it out. You like the colour? Yeah, the colour's nice. The red's pretty cool. It's not a bad colour and it's nice anodization. It's better than some customs we had 5 or 6 years ago. So, yeah. The PCB wire graphic things are cool. Yeah. So sad it's only un-ISO. Well, I mean, for the price... You know, it swings and roundabouts. Let's have a look when we do the build. So this is, as I say, something we'll do next week. I'm going to try all of these bits out and we'll see what they are. I'll get like a little numpad or something and we'll try each switch out and give it a proper test and see how it builds and puts together. Nice and simple. Okay, right. That's pretty much everything I had to show you. I thought it was going to take longer to get through than that because usually I must talk more usually. But this week, that's kind of everything. Oh, it does say about the switches on here actually. Look. I'll show you that down camera. There. Switches clacky, poppy, thocky, tactile, and silence. That one like the tactile one was up here, like the second one was tactile. So maybe it goes the opposite way. Maybe the silence were the tops, then tactiles, then thocky, then poppy, then clacky. Maybe the list is upside down, or the switches were upside down in the box. I don't know. We can try it out and we can see. But it's a cool idea. And if we can get it to work, it's a pretty cool deal. You know, there's good value for money in the deal, right? So we'll see. It's not going to be particularly expensive. I think it's like, I don't want to promise pricing, but I think it's like $300 or something. I don't know. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Boot to ANSI. Well, the thing is, even in the UK, we sell more ANSI keyboards than we do ISO keyboards. So, and we have a lot of ISO keyboards in stock. Like I thought the ND75s in UK ISO would do quite well. I think we sold one. So, yeah. I honestly don't think the value is that crazy from what I've seen. I mean, you're getting 3 keyboards for $300 with a few hundred switches. It's pretty good value. Like, if you were going to buy the same keyboards from the Neo range, it'd probably cost you maybe 1.5 times that. I don't think it's bad. They could also just be knockoff characters from an off-brand cereal mimicking Rice Krispies. Yeah, they could be. Snap, Crackle, and Pop. Yeah, it's Poppy, Klecky, and Thocky, right? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Okay, so that's everything I had to show you, which kind of feels like a bit of a lackluster stream. So the only other thing to do is a bit of a mini Geekhack IC review. So let's have a look and see what's going on in the world of Geekhack today. So here's the interest checks. Let's go through them and see what there is to talk about. If you guys have got anything you would like me to talk about as well, we'll have a look. So DCS Hangul, this has been around for a while, right? Yeah, July 23.
Incredible.
I think we talked about this a couple of weeks ago. Is this now coming to fruition? Is this now going to happen? Is that what's happening here? Let's have a look. Got on a bust. Okay, nothing really happening on that. Okay. Well, that was a little bit disappointing. Crystal Planet Onigiri, HKB inspired low profile wireless keyboard. This is interesting. Is that lit up, or is that kind of like a ceramic tile type thing? It's truly low profile. I'm not sure I like that. It's not terrible. Layout. MX style HHKB. I prefer original HHKB. $300 to $350. Okay. Okay. I don't think we've been approached on this. I mean, that looks nice. Like, what is this bar across the top? Does it tell us anywhere? Features. Low profile front height. Okay. Integrated plate. Not keen on integrated plate. Cornerless layout. Cornerless layout? What does that mean? Oh, it just means the HHKB blockers, right? Okay. Plate foam, hotspot PCB will be open sourced after the group buy. That's good. ZMK firmware. That's good. Reset button and debugger head hidden under the spacebar. That's good too. Well, loads of different colors. Integrated plate. Does it tell me anywhere what that bar is across the top? Does it tell us anywhere what that bar is? There's a website. It just says, the only thing it says is a 35 segment LED display. Is that controllable? I'm going to be honest, I don't think this is really for me. But the fact that it doesn't actually tell us much about what that bar does. Yeah, like... You skipped it. You skipped it. All right, okay, guys. I didn't skip it. It just doesn't give any information around it. I saw this bit, but like I was like, where's the information on that? It doesn't tell us. It doesn't tell us. Okay, well, whatever. Interesting-ish. It looks okay. The Aeon Neon 80. So I've always quite liked the Angry Meow boards. This is from 2024. Is this finally happening, or did this happen a while back? I don't know. It's very blocky. I kind of like it though. Yeah, I kind of like it. What's happening with this? Begging for thinner side profiles. Oh, they've updated it. Okay, so it's angled at the back and it looks like it's slightly more rounded now. It's kind of cool to have a dot matrix display to work with though. Oh look, they're milling each hole individually. Interesting. I kind of dig it. I kind of dig it. I like that industrial design. I think this is what Serene Industries were going for with their design. I think this is maybe a little bit better executed. Maybe. Don't know. GMK SNES. Is this finally coming back? MC's a cool guy. I'm a big fan of MC. this is a cool set. This is a cool set. Anybody who likes SNES stuff must like this. Like, this is a cool set. Yeah, big fan. Okay, yeah, I really like this set. We need to see that happen. Yeah. Constance. Okay, so I want to talk about Constance because I had a customer on here today, and it was related to me. So I'm just going to call myself out here. There was, oh, where was he? He messaged on here on the first page. We had a really long series of conversations via email, and I'm not going to like dox him or anything because that's not fair. But he had some feedback on this and some other group buys, and I kind of gave him some information on how group buys are handled, and I feel like he must have taken it the wrong way because, like, he messaged here that he said that he contacted his local vendor, I know that's me, expressed dismay about the pricing structure being discriminated towards customers wanting non-metallic plates. So basically, sometimes in a group buy, what'll happen is the designer will include a plate by default. So you'll have like a default plate, like it might be aluminium or POM or whatever, and then all of the other plates kind of like you have to buy as an add-on. And the reason that we do that is for a couple of different reasons. First of all, it's easier from a packaging perspective. You just put the same plate in all of them. It's one SKU that way rather than a SKU for every plate type. So it's easier from a management perspective. The other thing as well is if you're ordering, like, let's say it's 100 keyboards and you want to order 100 aluminium plates and then maybe 10 of each other plate, you get better pricing if you do the 100 aluminium plates rather than if you're doing 20 of one plate and 35 of another plate and 15 of that plate. If you order 100 aluminium plates, you tend to get better pricing over all of your plate range because you can multiply the MOQs than if you're doing just 20 or 30 of each plate material type. So sometimes that's why designers do it. His feedback was that he didn't want that to happen on the Constance, and I fed that back to Eggleston, and they did a poll on their survey, on their Discord server, and they found that a lot of other customers didn't as well. So he was really happy to find that happened. He said it escalated to a full feud now. I thought it was just healthy debate, like a really nice fun debate backwards and forwards about how keyboards and what the macro and micro economics look like. I thought it was just a good conversation, nice conversation to have. And I like to be challenged. And I feel really sad that he felt that way. So I'm calling myself out. This is me being bad. I didn't realize he felt that it was a feud. So yeah. And I did offer to, if he said he didn't want to shop with PT anymore. He said, I don't want to shop with PT. I was like, that's cool. I'm sorry you feel that way. If you don't want any orders anymore, I can cancel them for you. I wasn't happy about it. He says I was happy to cancel his orders here. So, like, what did I do? I just come back to this today, and I don't want people to feel upset. So I'm like really sorry if it was anything other than a healthy debate, and then kind of get made clear about where I was talking about Constance and other products. Confirmed that the change on 26 was part of his feedback. Like, he gave the feedback, passed it on to Eggleston. They made that change. It was great. Good. So yeah. So I've offered him a free Constance TKL because he was upset. I don't know. Like, I always enjoyed the conversations, and I thought it was just healthy debate between him and I. And I'm really sad that he felt that it was otherwise. So yeah, I feel kind of sad about that. But I've offered him a free keyboard, and hopefully that'll help him out. Let's get to a chat. The Matrix display is slightly higher res than the sideboard. AM had some videos playing on it. Nice, that's cool. GMK Cube wanted to be this good. Well, Cube was based off of the GameCube, not the SNES, but I agree. I want EU SNES. Yeah. NCD vibes. Yeah, kind of. HHKBX and arrows based. Yeah. Do you have any Singer boards in your collection? Yeah, I have a couple. I have one of the original Singer 75s, which is quite cool. Some people wouldn't be like that to your face. I mean, I'd like to have that conversation face to face. Like, if someone tells me that they're unhappy with something, like or they ask a question about how on earth did you get to that price for that product, I will be more than happy to tell people about it. Like, I would love to have a conversation with people about it. And, you know, like, if people say, I don't like how you've priced this product, great, I'll talk to you about it. I'll tell you why it's priced that way. You know, I might not give you the specifics in terms of what the wholesale cost is, but I'll give you rough ideas of, like, the product price is 80% of that, the cost of getting that product to the UK is 6% of that, the profit margin is 14%, or whatever. I'll give you rough ideas of it, and I'll tell you why we've made certain decisions on certain products. Like, for example, with the the JO1 Final Edition. The 2 plate materials are going to be POM and carbon fiber. If you want another material, the plate files are available. I'm not going to offer other plates. It's kind of like my decision. Oh, guys, come on, be fair to him. He's not a basement dweller. It sounds like another entitled battle. Like, guys, come on. The poor guy's like made clear he's unhappy with something that I've done. I just want to make sure that he's happy, and I want to make sure that people are happy. So PT are no longer running constants. Yeah, we're still running the constants as far as I'm aware. We're going to run the constants. Of course we are. Like, we've worked with Agliston Studios quite a lot, and you know, PJ and I get on quite well. So yeah, the Keep community does seem to bring out some entitled morals. Nah, he's not entitled. He's not entitled. I don't think he's like, he just wants an explanation, and he didn't. I think what happened was, when I was explaining, like tone is hard to convey in an email chain, and I think he saw my explanation as a defense, and I don't think that, well, I certainly didn't intend it that way, and that's just something that's hard to get across sometimes. So yeah, gonna email Jay and get a free keyboard. Yeah, sure. Get flooded with beef for a free keyboard. Yeah, well, we'll see. Have you built the constants yet or tried the board? No, not yet. I haven't had one to try yet. I'm hoping we can get hold of a prototype to do a build stream on before the group buy goes live, but we'll see. I can't promise that, but we'll see. Hello, I'm very upset. Hi, very upset. I'm Jay. Nice to meet you. So yeah. Good evening. Do you have any boards with MT new profile caps? Still betting whether to go SIL or MT new Darling? Yeah, I do. There you go. This is a board with MT new black on white on. This is a Matrix Mr. Hat Christmas special edition in McFlurry white, I think, and that's what MT new looks like. This is quite a heavily shined set of MT new, as you can see. It's got quite a lot of use on it. So yeah, if you want to look at the side profile, there you go. That's MT new. I also have it on the numpad. There we go. Were you adding more curated switches to your selection? Yes, that should grow to about 25 switches by the end of the year. Maybe early into the new year. Yeah. I feel like this day and age people are looking for something to be offended by someone else by, so take everything the wrong way almost on purpose. I can see elements of that in things. Like, I think it's easy to find something to be offended at and upset about these days, and because information's more readily available and people like to be able to express their opinions. That's one of the beauties and massive double-edged swords of the internet, right? You are inundated with opinion and you can spread your opinion. Like, I guess that's what I do on streams. So it depends on who you're getting your input from and whether you trust them or not. And like, I feel for this guy. Like, I'm not going to dox him or anything, but I feel like I've clearly upset the guy, and that is never my intention. I always want our customers to be happy, and I feel like if people come to us and they ask me a question and they don't feel like I'm hearing it, that's why I stream a lot of the time, so you guys can ask me questions and I'll be 100% open and honest. I have nothing to hide. I have nothing to gain from deceiving people. So yeah, we'll see. Some discussions are best to have one-on-one over a call. Absolutely, absolutely. And I think customers these days don't want to speak to companies. Like, how many of you phone your bank? I bet 90% of you only use the app, and very, very occasionally will phone if you have to. It's kind of the same thing. He upset himself, taking from a psychologist. Well, I feel like you're doing him a disservice, guys. I really do. He seems like a nice bloke, and I feel like I upset him. I don't want to upset anybody. There's not a single person on this planet that I would like to upset. So yeah. Okay, so we talked about constants. Let's jump back onto the thing. Anyway, I've offered him a free keyboard, and he can either choose to have that or not. That's up to him. The Hippo we talked about last week. Curve Zero keyboard. What's this? Oh, we've talked about that before. Yeah, we've talked about that before. SA Grand Budapest. Okay, so I did want to talk about this. This is a whole Reddit thread from, a whole GeekHack thread from SP Wells. If you don't know, Signature Plastics got bought out by an investment conglomerate, and that's headed up by Will. Will seems like a really nice open guy, and he wants to bring back SA Grand Budapest. Great set, one of my favorite films. I love that film. And this is a really, really nice set. So he's bringing it back, and they're trying to come up with some estimated pricing. As far as I'm aware, this is only going to be at SP. It's Signature Plastics. It's not going to have worldwide vendors, as far as I know. If they would like worldwide vendors, we'll be happy to offer it as well. But it brings back SA Grand Budapest, and this is kind of like their idea for what kitting might want to be. I'm slightly disappointed that there's absolutely no ISO in this, and this is one of the things that I want to sit down and have a chat with Melissa and Will about. Like, as one of their customers, we order a lot from SP, perhaps not as much as we used to, and having no ISO at all in here kind of kills it for me. But I want to have a chat and sit down with them and talk to them about their base kitting to see if we can't work out what a good set of kitting looks like. I think it does mention that there will be an ISO and international kits here, and they're to be determined, but that doesn't instill me with confidence when they're only talking about pricing and they only show these kits. That feels kind of disingenuous to not have everything ready, because it doesn't take long to come up with the kitting for these. So I want to sit down and have a chat with Will and Melissa. I was trying to say them both at the same time, and see what they say. I think some of the designers that I know, so Piper we're going to be working with on Selectresk. Yeah, Optimism Rising. I think it depends on what the ISO kit looks like. No pun intended, he's done, GMK, he's doing Prussian Blue and a few other things. He did the beige set years ago. What was that called? It was beige and white with blue. Can't even remember now. Birch, GMK Birch. Kitting here is pretty antiquated. Yeah, antiquated. Separating alphas from mods really only works if there's an alternative alpha kit or if there's an alternative comprehensive mod kit. The Fortis kit could almost be that second one, but it's missing too much. I think I kind of agree. Yeah, so Will agrees with that. That's why they're doing the interest check and not getting the machines running right now. Make suggestions, literally standing by. I think I need a chat with the guy. So, good to see it come back. We'll have a chat about it with them, and we'll see what we can do. I don't know if there's been any updated king drops. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, we'll have a chat with them. Pink looks like that in IRL, then damn, that's going to be a good looking set. Yeah. To Amina, hey, thanks very much for being here. Being a Zennial, I always escalate via phone. Yeah, like, I think that's our kind of generation. Like, most people younger than me and you, Superhands, probably wouldn't want to speak on the phone. Oxy, he said you bullied him. Yeah, like, I don't feel like I've ever bullied anyone. I'm not a bully. Like, I'm really not. Like, that's not me. I'm not a fighter. I'm very much a case of, this is how I see things, and I will explain that and give my point of view. I don't want anyone to feel like I bullied them. That feels sad, man. Sad times. I get that people are not always going to agree with my decisions, with my opinions, or perhaps they think I'm wrong with something. But, that's just how it is sometimes. Sometimes people will disagree with you for reasons, and you can't fight that. That's just, people are going to disagree. But we can all still be friends and disagree and still be friends. So, yeah, I feel bad. I feel really, really bad. Like, I saw the post this morning, and it kind of really upset me because I instantly knew who it was and what they were talking about. And, yeah, I feel sad. I don't want to feel that way. And that's why I offered him the free keyboard, because I don't want to feel that way. Wilsa. Yeah, Willissa. Well, I was going to say Melissa, and then I thought of Will, so I went Mill. So, it is what it is. A lot of sets nowadays call themselves base kit and come with no numpad. I feel like we're getting things taken away from us, and not enough people complain about it. So, kitting is, like many things in life, an exercise in compromise. Most kits that sell well are under $100. That's kind of like the target price for almost everything. Get it under $100 and it will probably sell quite well. Often to get things under $100, it means making a compromise to get it to that price, depending on what MOQs you're looking at. The easiest way to get the price down, remove the numpad kit. So few people use the numpad kits when you speak to them. It's like, how many of you have a few GMK sets and aren't using the numpads? It's kind of like a fair chunk. So it's easy to remove those, and generally it doesn't increase complaints. But I understand what you're saying. It's shrinkflation come large, right? Looks forward to pushing blue. It's happening. It's happening. I've seen samples. Samples look good. Discord has some discourse on kitting. Nice. Yeah, I haven't looked on the SP Discord, but I will. I do want to speak to Melissa and Will. Like, I've done a lot of kitting for a lot of sets, and I feel like I'm able to offer some advice on that. So I'll have a chat with them. SP will put out a newer kitting guide which has UKS in base. Nice. Okay, well, I'm going to have a chat with them anyway. I think I have got that on things to review this week. Last week was a bit busy, so I'll have a look at it. I had to order a pizza by phone the other day. Felt so weird. I hear you. Jay, have you watched Peep Show? Yeah, a long time ago when it first came out. I haven't watched it since. Jay's a lover, not a fighter. I don't like confrontation. I don't like arguments. I never raise my voice at anyone. I've never shouted. In fact, the last time I remember shouting at someone, like actively shouting, was my brother, maybe 15 years ago, because I was upset with him, like significantly upset with him. I've never raised my voice to like anyone since then. I don't remember. So yeah, man who keeps that guy. Gary says, I know you want to move on from the Constance thing, but you brought it back up. You can't please everyone. They had a bee in their bonnet, and I'm not sure anything you could say would have changed that. No, I agree. I gave them information. They felt that information was disingenuous, misinformed, and specifically related to a couple of product ranges when it was more general information that was highly informed and very true. And they saw that as a defense. Also, the flip side of offering free keyboards might be perceived as an admission of guilt or encourage somewhat aggressive escalation of customer complaints. What others might call like Karen-like behavior. It's not an admission of guilt. Like, he can see it that way if he wants. I just want to apologize because whatever's happened, I've made him feel bad. I don't want to make people feel bad. Whether I'm right or he's right is irrelevant to me in that. Like, if I've made someone feel bad, I don't care who's right and who's wrong. I just want everyone to feel happy. And that's why I've offered him it. Kitting is a debate and a half. Always, yeah. Kitting is difficult. It's not easy. We are in America. The customer isn't always right. Well, I kind of done talking about it now. I've given my thoughts and opinions. Like, the guy has a point. If he feels like I've bullied him, that's a serious complaint, and I need to take that seriously. I don't feel like I could bully anybody. I don't feel like that's even in my personality, but you know, I'm sure other people feel like I can. So, yeah. I understand the point of making sets cheaper, but I've seen sets at $130 with no numpad, and that annoys me. If I remember correctly, GM made something like you mentioned with a GMK set. Yeah, so like kitting is an exercise in a few things. It's an exercise in volume of keys, it's an exercise in choices of color, and it's an exercise in MOQ. And the higher the MOQ and the lower the number of keys, the cheaper the base kit becomes. Prices aren't scalping ever. Like, I work with almost every GMK set that comes out. Like, we've run probably 400 different GMK sets, so I've seen a lot of GMK pricing. The margins are never stupid high. Like, people seem to think, oh, you must be making $60 on that key set. No, like, we're making like 6, you know, or 10 or 15 on a really high profile piece, maybe, after like royalties and import fees and shipping fees and all of that kind of like handling fees and replacement parts and everything else. It's not a huge margin. So the pricing is generally just a product of the volume of keys, the kitting selected, the number of colors, the number of custom colors, the number of new molds required, and the MOQ that you're targeting. So the higher the MOQ, like for custom colors, you have to do 250 MOQ with GMK. For stock colors, you can do 150. So, you know, but at those two levels, that's kind of like the highest pricing. If you're confident the set will reach 500, 1,000, 10,000, you can get the pricing right down. So yeah. Right, let's catch up with chat. Lex says, I want to mention that you're probably the nicest guy in keyboard hobby I know of. Some people just want to be offended sometimes. I get that. Sometimes in life, people need someone to villainize, and they will have a conversation with someone and they will not agree on something. And like I say, you can still be friends and disagree, right? You know, you can have differences of opinion on any subject and still be mates. But they feel like they need to villainize someone, and if that has to be me and that makes them feel better, I don't mind that. That's fine. I'm not mansplaining. I'm just telling you why I'm fine. You're not. Maybe. I think Jay needs to take the dog for a walk and clear his head. No, I'm good. you're suddenly interested in the Constance board. Dude, it's lovely. It's a really nice thing. And I hope that I can get to play with one at some point on stream. Not what you're saying at all, but this convo reminds me of Marco Pierre White saying that he didn't make Gordon Ramsay cry. Instead, he made the choice to cry. Sometimes people make the choice to be upset and offended about something they can't control because they don't like a decision that someone else has made. That is very common in the world. So yeah. What's the purple board in the background with the EVA set? That is the JO2 original commissioned run of the EVA colorway. That's anodized. We have got some in stock that are Cerakoted, but very different because it's a very different keyboard. That was a round 1 JO2 from, I want to say 2019, and we did a run last year. So yeah, there's a new version of it. GMK is one of the worst keycap sets in terms of profit for vendors. Yeah, absolutely it is. There's no huge margins in it. Like, it costs a lot of money to produce plastic products in Germany. I don't think that's a secret. So yeah, Nitram says profit margins are always smaller than what people think. They usually only make a few dollars or whatever they sell. Yeah, like one of the things I can show you, right? Like, let's go back onto here. Like, you can go onto Company's House. Okay. And you can search on here, find company information for companies in the UK. So let's search for prototypist keyboards. Okay. There we are, right at the top. That's us, that's prototypist. And if you look at people, that's me, I'm the owner. There we go, that's me. J, Jonathan Anthony Edward, J-A-E, J. That's where it comes from, right? Nice, easy, you can find that. You can go on our filing history, and you can see our results from August this year, which go up to November 2023. So November 22 to November 23, right? And you can view the PDF. You guys can all go and have a look at this. This PDF is basically our accounts for the last year. So you can see, like, and let me zoom in. Where's the relevant bit? Where's the relevant bit? Yeah, so because our financial year goes across 2022 and into 2023, you have to do a bit of math here. But basically that 493,000, that 828,000, add those two together, and that kind of gives you our volume of sales for the year. So, you know, 1.3 million or something like that, okay? Then you come down to our profit margin. And where's the profit margin on this? I think it's on another page. Let me find it. Yeah. So then you come down to our profit margin. Where is it? I need to find it. Corporation tax, trade creditors. Where is it? Is it in here? Why can I not find the relevant section? Yeah, okay. So on 1.2 million, we made 270,000 in profit before tax. We had to pay 50-ish grand of that in tax.
Incredible.
So where's the tax? Roughly just shy of 50 grand, 40 odd grand in tax, 26,000 and 19,000. So we made, like, I don't know, let's call it £200,000 profit. That's less than 20%. Less than 20%. And that's before we have all of the other costs that we have to consider. So we have things like trade credits and bank loans and overdrafts, things like that. Just like general credit things that have to be paid off. Corporation tax was 46,000. Look, there you go. 46,000 and 7,000. So it's 55,000 quid, right? 55,000 quid. We have other creditors, like small amounts. Accruals and deferred income. That's all of the outstanding orders we have to ship. You know, so 1.2 million pounds worth of orders we have to ship from group buys and stuff, right? So when you look at it and you take all of those off that profit margin, like we ended up with making next to no money. Like, it was never a huge amount of money, and people seem to think that, like, that's a huge sum, but like after you pay your staff and everything else, which isn't included in here, because we have like staff payments and pensions to pay into and everything else, like the profit margin's like less than 6%. It's less than 6%, and every single penny of that gets reinvested back into the company. So yeah, so there you go. You can always go and have a look at that and digest that at will. That's something you guys can always do. Like, we have to make that public every year, and we make it public 9 months after the year. So it happens 2022 to 2023, published 9 months after in August 24. So 2023 November to 2024 November, which is just about to finish. So our annual accounts for this year, we'll release them next August. So there you go. Right, let's have a quick look at chat and see where we got to. I find GMK pricing frustrating as it's difficult to justify the extra cost when other companies can provide somewhat similar quality for a fraction of the cost. GMK must have quite large profit margins. So, NMAT. What you need to remember is that the vast majority of keycaps are produced in China. And the dollar value in China is significantly different to what it is here in the Western world. The cost to produce something in a Western country is significantly higher. I'm talking 3 or 4 times the cost. That's because of working conditions, it's because of employee rights, it's because of minimum wages, it's because of taxes and other things. In China, a lot of those things aren't applicable, and the dollar has a very different value. Here in the Western part of the world, it's very different, and costs increase. The profit margin that GMK makes is probably not dissimilar to what profit margin vendors make. And when you consider we're making somewhere between, I don't know, 10 and 12%, and GMK making between 10 and 12%, overall, that's probably somewhere between 20 and 25% profit margin on the price of a GMK set. So if that's $100 is the total retail price without any taxes, and VAT, which is another thing we have to collect. So if you just assume it's forget taxes for a second, if you just assume it's $100, basically GMK and the vendors and the designer are taking the top 25% off that, and the actual cost is $75. And that's because producing things in Germany is significantly more expensive. Like, I can't give a direct example because of like contracts and things like that, and those numbers are made up that I gave you a second ago, but that kind of gives you an idea. It's not huge margins here. Most businesses operate on a 50% profit margin. Most industries operate on a 50% profit margin. If you go down to a restaurant here in the UK, guaranteed that their margin on the food that they sell you and the drink that they sell you is at least 50%. And that's just not possible in this custom keyboard world. It's not. A lot of projects barely touch, break even. And when vendors pay for stuff up front, I've done streams on this, you can go back and look probably on YouTube and find them. I think I did give a GMK breakdown once. When you look at it, like the cost for producing the sets that we sell in Group Buy, plus the cost of producing extras to hit the MOQs we do need to get the price down, plus the cost of designers, plus the cost of everything else that we have to do to hold the customers' orders and the planning and the project management and the logistics and the shipping and everything else. We don't make that revenue on the Group Buy alone. That is the Group Buy revenue plus a pot of investment from the vendor to make the product, and then we only make a profit once the extras come in stock and we sell them. And those extras might sit in stock for a week, a month, a year, 2 years, 3 years. We've got some GMK sets that have been in stock for 2 years now, and that's great, fantastic for the consumer. You can pick it up at any time, perfect. But we won't make a profit until that product basically sells out, and yeah, so that's why the pricing is where it is. You always thought my first name was Jay? Yeah, it's just my initials, Jonathan Anthony Edward, J-A-E. It's what everyone calls me. Profit stonks. Yeah, I wish. Under which line does the ice cream come out of? That's under the secret slush fund account. How will the Darling giveaway work? We'll play marbles for it in a bit. We had today 50k tax. Incredible sound pops up. Like, 50 grand a year tax is like the tax rate on profits. So if you make 10% profit, okay, if you make 10% profit, you pay 25% of that 10%, so 2.5% of your overall retail price in tax. And you also have Shopify taking their 3%. So if you price something at £100, £20 of that is VAT, so that takes you down to £80, because that's how much VAT is in the UK. It's 20%. Oh, in fact, let's use 120. So the product's priced at £120 in the UK. It's actually £100 before VAT. That £20 goes to the government in tax. Fine. So you've got £100, right? From that, you then have 3% goes to Shopify, so you've got £97. You also have then you might have your profit of, let's say that's £10 on that set, and you have a designer fee of, let's say, I don't know, £5 on that set. So that takes you down to 15%. So the cost of that product then, or the actual amount you have left over at that point, is somewhere around the £85 mark. You've got costs of shipping from Germany, you've got costs of import duties, you've got costs of logistics, you've got costs for storage, packing, all of those kind of other things, boxes to go to the customers, everything else. And the GMK price might be €85. When you convert that to pounds, it's like £74, £75, you're basically breaking even at that point. And then you pay tax on whatever's left over. So that 10% that you took, 25%, a quarter of every single penny you make in profit goes to the tax man. So if we made, you know, so we made around £200,000 profit, as I said, just over £200,000 profit, and 56 grand of that, or whatever it was, went to the taxman straight away. Like, I had to give that over straight away, irrespective of designer cuts and everything else. Gone. And then the staff salaries to pay. There is insurances to pay. There is leases to pay for the premises. There's prototypes to buy for. There's all sorts of other stuff. It's insane. It's insane. The giveaway is not just for subs, it's for everybody. 100% for everyone. How much did I earn from the business last year? So in the financial year we're talking about, 2022 to 2023, November 22 to November 23, I only started paying myself a salary. Prototype has been going since November 2019. That's why we were November to November. I only started paying myself a salary in April of 2023. So I earned between my annual salary, starting in the April, was £12,000 a year. So between the April and, which is about £1,000 a month, between the April and the November, it would be in April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. I would have made £8,000 in the 2022 to 2023 financial year. That was my entire salary for the year. I think if you go back through Discord, you can actually see my P45 or my P60, sorry, my end of year P60, and some of my pay slips, because people didn't believe what I paid myself. I've never taken a dividend out of the company, and I never intend to. So yeah, like, I earn next to nothing. Like, yeah, that's it. My salary is £12,460 a year, something like that. I don't know exactly. Yeah, we'll play marbles in a bit. Yeah, it's not subs only, it's for everyone. Yeah. Apple's profit margin is 41.1%. Anyone think that Jay is gouging or unreasonable is huffing glue or ill-informed. Yeah. Is Prototypist your main job? Yeah, so I have two companies. I have Prototypist and Jay's Roastery, my coffee company. Those are my two jobs. The coffee company basically runs itself. We've partnered with a local roaster. They handle a lot of the stuff for us. I just handle the business side of that. And then Prototypist is my main job. It's like 90% of my waking hours. GMK's place looks quite big too. Got to pay each person taxes, etc. I think GMK has 200 employees now. Yeah. Trying to subpar labor laws. Yeah. Hey Jay, how long have you been growing a beard? I've had a full beard for 4 years now. Back end of 2019, early 2020, I went from just having a goatee to a full beard. What's your opinion on cooperation tax? I think you mean corporation tax, Anonymous Biker. I preferred it when it was 19%. I don't like it so much when it's 25%. Saw something where Tesco only make a couple of pence per product. Yeah. What are the top 3 keyboards or keyboard-related products released in 2024 so far for you? Tough one. I think the ND75 for value. I think the Neo Ergo from a business perspective. And I think, what else have I enjoyed this year? The JO2, because we released that earlier on this year. I'll go for one of our own products. Where did I get that clock in the background? Which one? The Nixie clock or the flip clock? The flip clock came from eBay. The Nixie clock I built. So there you go. Flush fund. Yeah. Find it very interesting to hear from the insider point of view. Yeah. Like, if there is a stream somewhere on YouTube, let's see if we can find it, where I broke down an actual GMK set. Let's have a look. Why is my browser not sharing? Okay, so let's search for Prototypist keyboards. There it is. Videos. It's a few months ago. Wait, that's not all of the videos. Do it that way. There we go. Right. It's a few months ago. Let's see if we can find it. Customer build, chores and some boxes. Hexa key build. No. Keyboard chores. Building a Mr. Suit. No. Was it the workflow stuff? Customer keyboard builds. Gihern. Unboxing and keyboard talk. Was it this one? Was it this one? Let's have a look.
You are whatever.
Let's just mute that. Was it this one? Maybe not. Maybe. Is that it? I want to see if I can find where there's a spreadsheet or something on display. Is this it? No. It's not that one. Okay. Behind the scenes. Maybe it's this stream. Let's see. Oh yeah, I showed this is where GMK, this is where vendors make orders on the GMK portal. I remember showing that. Yeah. I think this might be the stream. I think we did like a breakdown of it as well. Yeah, this looks familiar because I showed you guys how the website works and how we make products. It could be this stream. It could be this stream. Let me drop the link in chat in case you want to check that out. Might be that one. I think that must have been it. Yeah, like the older ones here probably aren't it. Yeah, but I think it might be in that stream. So, but I gave like a full breakdown on like actual costs from a GMK set. I can't remember what set it was. It might be in GMK Higginbarner, I think. In the end, the house is always the winner. Yeah. The real moneymaker is being Shopify. Absolutely. Shopify make an absolute fortune from us. They take 3% of every single sale on average. So it's like a flat fee of something like 30p plus a percentage like 1.8% or something like that. It works out about 3% on average. Bring back Go TJ? No. White New 80 switched to ISO and Pandora remounted it. Nice. Nothing wrong with waking up to Jay's voice in the morning. Hey Andy, good to see you, dude. Good to see you. Does the wife prefer bearded Jay or beardless Jay? Bearded Jay for sure. Yeah. Did I miss a chat about margins? Yeah, dude. Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. A little bit. What switches did you have in your Jane? Which Jane? I've owned like 10. I have like 4, so it depends on which one. There's one before the Gihun, you think? Maybe. Anyway, people can go have a look. What decides if it's a cap or bare head day? So the workshop. So generally speaking, when I'm at the workshop, I don't do anything with my hair. I have a full head of hair. Because the workshop gets dusty and we've got the door open and you get hot and sweaty, I just put a hat on because it's easier. If I'm not at work, I rarely wear a hat. Like outside of work, very rarely wear a hat. So yeah. Yeah. Don't be the gold farmer, be the shovel seller. Sometimes that's the truth, right? Sometimes it's the truth. It was that stream. Thanks, Captain Reed. Thank you. Yeah. So, yeah. It is what it is. Right. Okay. It's pretty much 10 o'clock now here in the UK, so it's time to give away GMK Darling. Where's the logo? Yeah. The GMK Darling base set. Sealed from GMK, a Darling base kit. That's what we're going to give away right now. So let's play some marbles for it. Let me load up marbles. Steam first. It's on Steam. That's right. Goated. We try. Well, they're doing it because we've got the. I think you're the Australian vendor for it, Andy. I think you guys. Hebe. Is it Hebe or Hebe? I always call it Hebe, but maybe I'm wrong. Okay, marbles is loading. I swear it's loading. I swear. First time vending. Yeah, it's an interesting process. If you need any advice, dude, drop me a message. Right, okay. So, how this is going to work, guys, is we are going to play marbles. You should see it on stream in a second. He says. Why is that not coming up? Where's marbles?
Incredible.
Hold on. Specified window is not a game. Wait, what?
Tasty,
Wait, what?
tasty.
Wait, what? Why is marbles not working? Okay. I'm not quite sure why it's not working. Let me see if I can fix this. Let me add... I'm going to have to add another source here, I think. Right, let me add... Game capture. Okay, add source. Add new source. Add source. Close.
Incredible.
There we go. It is now working. Let's, where does it need to be? That'll do. Right, okay. So that's marbles. It's now visible. I don't know why that wasn't working. Right. How we're gonna do this is we're gonna do what's called a Grand Prix. So we're gonna do multiple races here. We're not gonna just do one race. We're gonna do multiple races, and it's whoever gets the most points across the races we do. We're gonna do 3 races. Let's set this to 3. We're gonna do 3 races, and whoever has the most points across all of 3 races, that's who's gonna win the GMK Darling R1 set. We'll ship it anywhere in the world. You guys might have to pay import duties. We can't pay those for you on free items, but we will pay for shipping and we'll cover the cost of the product as well. We're going to do 3 maps, and it's whoever gets the most point across all 3 races. It doesn't matter if you win each race individually. There's no prize for each race individually. It's who's got the most points after 3 races. We're going to do 3 community maps, and we're going to do them at random. We're going to do Electric Technical Kingdom. We're going to do a Harbinger of the Phenom, and we're going to do Racing Blacklight Alley. Okay, so that's how it's going to work. Grand Prix is fun. I like to try. Right, okay, if you want to be in it, all you need to do now is do !play, and that will put you into the game. So, let's see how many of you guys want to try and win the GMK Darling set. I'm going to give this a minute. As soon as it hits 120 people, because there's 250-ish people watching, it says at the minute. 247 people watching. As soon as it hits 120 or so, I'm going to hit start, and then you'll have 10 seconds to go from there. Okay? That's all you're going to have. You're going to have another 10 seconds. Right, you've got 10 seconds from now to join, guys, because it's over 120 people. And let's see how this race pans out. Lots to go on here. Gotta be quick, guys. Only a second left. That's it. Right, that's it. We're done. If you're not in, you're not in. Here we go. 3 minutes to go until we hit the speed limit of this. Like, whoever's got the fastest lap. Solid Logic is in first. My name's right in the middle, so I'm not going to win this one. Let's see who's going to pop out first. Looks like Solid Logic and Angry Swan are right up there at the beginning, and Baby Soda's right at the very back by the looks of things. Could be all to play for as people are starting to take different lines here. Voidmane Jur is coming down quite quickly, and Nimble Machine is just behind him. Fusebot's there too, looking quite good and tasty in the middle. Looks like Solid Logic and Phalux are probably right at the very back, but Voidmane Jur does come out first with Nimble Machine just behind him. We've also got Fusebot there. We've got Godzilla Waddle and Jelly Master coming down swiftly. We've got Funky and Lynx Cula as well. We've got Wolf Brown there and Captain Reed too. Lots still to play for as we go into the the Wheel of Doom, I'm going to call that. Nimble Machine and Voidmane Jur neck and neck as they go different directions around the side of it. Funky, Customs and Katumbas all dead. Iluna of the Stars dead as well. Lots of people now coming up and catching up. KS23 is there as well. So is Twamina. Bob Ross is there too. So is Lala Blah. Coming down, it's literally 50-50 as you go down which side you're going to be on here. True Blaze is dead. Voidmane Jur is probably just in the lead. I can't tell who on the right side it is. Looks like Alvi might be in the lead on the right-hand side of the screen there. Nimble Machine not too far back, but Voidmane Jur is in the lead. Lala Blaz catching up though. Lots still to go. Honest Accountant somewhere in the middle. It looks like Shoti and Free Juice are right at the very back with Chris Bezic bringing up the rear as well. Still a long way to go until we get to the end, though. The end's somewhere right down there. So lots still to play for. Voidmane Jur is first into the Kaplunk. Is he going to be first out of the Kaplunk? No, it's Nimble Machine taking the lead now. Baroium's not too far behind, though. Newfie's there as well. And No Face 3D has dropped off the map. Twamina is still alive, but falling back a little bit. All still to play for as we come down the wiggly section. Let's see who makes it to the Plinko Plonko zone here. Clownfish is dead. All still to play for. I think Nimble Machine and Voidmane Jur are probably still neck and neck. Baroium's now on the middle of the map, but probably about to die, I'm afraid. Yeah, Clever Keeb's also down. So is Newfie. So is Manu. So is Cherimbol. Nimble Machine is definitely in the lead, though, here. He's got quite a big lead. Let's see if he can retain that as some other people start to catch up. Let's have a look at the back now. Let's see, we can see Bean exists and Shoti right at the very back with Solid Logic on the other side as well. Looks like Nimble Machine is still in the lead, but only just. Voidmane Jur isn't too far behind. We've got a bit of a crossover going to happen here. Nimble Machine still has the lead. Remember, it doesn't matter who wins the first race, it's who gets the most points across all 3 races now. Still a long way to go. There's still a few obstacles left that could kill people as well. There goes Exists. A load of people dying on this one. Very few people are going to get points. If you finish this, you have a good chance of being the overall winner. Gouty now catching up to the top 5. Voidmanger and Nimble Machine still in the lead. The La La Blah catching up again. Bob Ross is there too. Jelly Master's fallen back a little bit. He's now in the middle of the pack. Unusual KB and Jason are right at the rear with Gel and Bean as well. I'm nowhere to be seen. Loads of people just died. Looks like Voidmanger and Nimble Machine both managed to survive though. Piney F, Brunswich, loads of people just falling off the map. It looks like also Dark Press might have taken second place. No, Fui's taking the lead and Dark Press is just behind him with Voidmanger and Nimble Machine just behind now. There we go. So Fui takes the most points. Dark Press takes second. Voidmanger, Nimble Machine. Looks like it's going to be Fusebot and then Captain Reed. Then Bert, maybe? Shummy, then Bert, then Pokemon Kid, and La La Blah. That rounds out our top 10. We'll have a look at the points in a second. That's a lot of rips. Yeah, lots of rips. Lots of rips. I made it to the end, which is always nice to see. Good to know. Jelly Masters fell really far back. He was right at the lead at one point. What a fun map. That was a good map. I enjoyed that. Yeah, it was a good map. Okay, so it doesn't matter who won this race. It's all about how many points you get and carry on. So... yeah, we don't need to look too much at that. It's all about who's got the first spot after 3 races, not after 1 race. So no prizes won yet. We're now going to go on to Harbinger of the Phenom. I've not tried this map before, so we'll see. I identifies first. Thanks for the points. Nice. Right, exclamation mark play. We'll put you into this one as well, guys. There you go. I need a drink. As soon as there's 120 of you in, I'm going to hit start. So if you want to be in it, get in quick. I don't know who that was, but someone has a special trumpet sound. Okay, I'm going to hit start now. You've got another 10 seconds to join, guys. Got to be quick if you want to be in it. 235 people watching. Only 133 people in the race. Is what it is. Can't force people. Right, straight into a Plinko Plonko machine. Lovely. Lovely. I know these have got a proper name. Can't remember what it is. People are going to go around the outside. They're going to spout up the middle. And they're going to drop down through all of these bits. It's impossible to see. It's so dark is this map. I'm just going to have to guess. Bob Hotshot looks like they're in the lead on the left-hand side with Rhine Arrow on the right-hand side. Free Juice is not too far behind. Baby Soda's right at the back, I think, there. Let's see who makes it out first. Lots still to go for. Chris Bezic might be there. Dark Press as well. Dark Press had a good race last time. I'm ADM as well. Looks like Nanobot69 has taken the lead, but the track splits in 2 and there's still a long way to go. This one has quite a high failure rate from what I remember as well, so plenty of people are going to die. Neodod's there as well, so is Kevy Babes. Bob Hotshot there. Jelly Master. I'm right at the very back here. Herman Strauss and Baby Soda bringing up the rear though. Round the loops we go and then up onto the steps. There's different people on different sides. Nanobot is in the lead on the far side. Savo and Angry Swan are in the lead on this side. Lots of blocks here to slow people down though. So this could all change quite quickly. People might get killed by the flames. Gouty's dead. Barorium's dead. Lots more to go for and for people to play for. Bert looks like he's taking the lead. Shiloh Cotus is right behind. Keo and Anonymous Biker are there as well. This could be slow getting down here though. There's lots of obstacles. So let's see how this pans out. And it looks like this part, there is loads of different ways to go. Clever keeps us down into here first. Exists is there as well. This is all still to play for. And so we drop down at the bottom. It looks like Perlin Merlin's there as well. Cutie Pie as well. Not seen Perlin around for a while. Jelly Master's there too. Zosco TV and Aldous Shot have come out. Discriminates there as well. So is Cherembol. Keep Silence and Smoked Out too. Looks like Fargill and Cherembol have the lead though right now, but still a long way to go and lot to play for. Super Hands is catching up and has a great pace as he comes around the traps there. He might actually take the lead. He might catch up and take the lead here. There's a good chance of it. Fargill and Cherembol and Jelly Master's caught up as well. Super Hands into the last few obstacles, I think. I don't know where the end is. Oh, it's up here, look. It's all down to who gets down to here first, I think. These are going to fire people up. So Discriminate and Cherembol and Fargill are there. Super Hands not too far behind. Fly Up. Do they make the shot? They do. Cherembol makes the shot. So does Discriminate. Is anyone else going to make the shot or going to fail the jump? Looks like Super Hands is coming up next, and the Farliate's there. Then Cutie Pie and Perlin Merlin smoked out. Zosco, Rexdad, and Clever Keeps ran out of the top 10. Jelly Master caught up really quickly there as well. He was quite far back at one point, I think. Rest in peace, everyone who died. There you go. It's all random who wins and who loses in the game of marbles. It's all chance. Lots of people making it to the end here. Let's watch this one out. Looks like Savage Goose might be stuck there. Oh no, they're gone. Let's see if everyone else can finish. I think a couple of them might finish, but I think a couple are going to get caught here. Average Joe and Snicket might make it. Oh, just as the flames come running. There we go. Okay, so there we go. We're going on to the next map, and we're going to play Racing Blacklit Alley. Get your exclamation mark play in, guys, and it'll put you into the final of the 3 races. As soon as the 120 people are there, I'm going to hit go, and we'll see who's got the most points after this 3rd race. I don't know who that is, but I love that trumpet noise. Okay, I'm going to hit start. 10 seconds to get in, guys. Maybe less now. 5 seconds. Long map. Okay, let's see how this goes. Race down to the center first. Let's see who's going to win. All still to play for. Let's see who comes out the bottom first, because that's usually a good telltale sign of how it's all working. Dotted, Neodoid, Stompy Burb, Raxted, and No Face are the first guys through. I'm not too far behind. I'm in the top 10. Everyone's moving at a rate of knots slowly. And Neodoid has got a good lead, though. Let's see if they can keep it through the track. Nope, everyone's catching up. No Face 3D, I'm there as well. Captain Reed storms into the lead. Anonymous Bikers coming through too. There is death obstacles all over the place as they come round these ramps. Lots of people falling off the map and dying. I can't keep up with them all, but you can see the names there. Looks like Bazooka or Captain Reed are going to die. Citron Caramel now has the lead. Anonymous Bikers kind of skipping around. People coming into the loop. This might take a little while to get through. I'm dead as well now. That's fine. Lots of people are in this loop. This is going to take some time to go around, though. Look at all the deaths here. Look at all the people dying. Wow. Oh, my word. Just the sheer deaths. The sheer quantity of death here. Wow. This is a graveyard for marbles. Looks like Manu has the lead. How does this work? Oh yeah, so you're basically in a time warp now until it drops you down. And then we do the whole rest of the map. There's a long way still to go. No, maybe no one's going to finish this. Jenga looks like they're stuck back there, but at least that means they're not dead, right? That might give them some points. Who knows? Manu has a slight lead, but this is all still to play for as people slowly come past on the... I'm going to call this like a Dyson ring here, I think. Let's see how people drop out here. Long way still to go. Lots of obstacles to get stuck on as well. I'm sure I saw an obstacle. There we go. Invisible posts coming up. Always the same names in the top 10 scam. Nothing I can scam on this, I'm afraid. I wish there were, but it's all completely random and completely unchangeable by myself. Yeah. RNG at its finest. Looks like Manu's about to drop, I think. There he goes. Citron Caramel's going to be just behind. Off we go. Let's see. This should hopefully go really quickly. So Chris Bezic is still alive. Manu's got stuck. Citron Caramel's got stuck. Anonymous Biker and Nanobots got stuck. Godzilla Waddle steams through, though. Doesn't get stuck at all. And he's catching up quite quickly. Oh, could be deaths here because it got to keep straight on that. Yep, Godzilla Waddle has more pace. Just about to overtake Manu at the top, I think. Yep, Godzilla Waddle now has the lead. Neodoid's catching up. Anonymous Biker's there as well. Chris Bezic, Crispy Row, Stompy Burb, and Lumen C not too far behind. Godzilla Waddle's got a bit of a lead, but seems to have slowed down as they come into the final series of obstacles now. Still a long way to go to the end. It's all down the way there, so there's still plenty of obstacles that's going to kill people. Steps are coming up, and then we've got a race down to the bottom afterwards. This is going to slow people down and put people on an even keel. Anonymous Biker might get his own step there, yeah. He's on his own. He's got people behind him that are now going to be slower. Chris Bezic and Crispy Row there. Lots of people now catching up. Almost everyone's out of the Dyson wheel there. Neodoid now has the lead. Manu Keeps is not too far behind. Godzilla Waddle takes the lead again, but it's still all to play for. Lots more obstacles to come as we go down a few series of drops and hit some more obstacles here. Look, Anonymous Biker's not too far behind. Citron Caramel and Chris Bezic are there as well. So is Dotted. We've also got Lumen C, Crispy Row, Fooey, and Stompy Burb as well. Everyone's getting stuck on the spikes, though. That's slowing people down. There's a block here. Is that going to stay or go? Holds up Manu. Doesn't hold up Neodoid. Godzilla Waddle steams past Manu as well. Another spike is going to take him too. Another obstacle underneath here, though. Again, slows everyone down. And then we've got a Wheel of Death to get through before we get to the final stage. Let's see who is going to come out first. Neodoid is in the Wheel of Death. Godzilla Waddle, Manu, Anonymous Biker, Neodoid, all in the Wheel of Death. Who's going to make it out first? Is it going to be Neodoid? Is it going to be Manu? Is it going to be Godzilla Waddle? Is it going to be Lumency? Is it going to be Dotted? It looks like it's going to be Neodoid taking the top points here. So Neodoid, Dotted, Manu. No, Godzilla Waddle, Manu, Dotted, Nanobot, Chris Bezic. Got to fall through the gaps. Crispy Row. No Face 3D, Anonymous Biker, Stompy Burp, Cherry MX Purple. Who's going to get it? Cherry MX Purple gets round 10. Cool. Okay, so we just need to let people finish this race, and then we can find out who's won the GMK Darling R1 base kit from GMK. Happy to finish a race? Nice. Well, you did well there, dude. You did well. Congrats, Neodoid. No prize to anyone just yet. All depends on who's got the most points across all 3 races. It's all still to play for. You like the finish? Yeah, the finish with the pylons is pretty cool. Like the holes and you can roll around. It's pretty cool. Alvy's still bringing up the rear. Alvy's good in the rear. That sounded really rude. I did not mean it that way. Okay. There you go. That's how it finished. Let's see who wins the prize. So, in 3rd place, for no prize whatsoever, we have Godzilla Waddle. Congratulations, good sir. You get 3rd place. You get no prizes. In 2nd place, for no prize, we have Fui. Congratulations, Fui. You take 2nd place. You don't win anything, but you get those brownie points, and you get to brag that you came 2nd in the Grand Prix. And the prize winner for the GMK Darling R1 is a Neodoid. Congratulations, Neodoid. You do take the most points across all 3 races. You are now the proud owner of GMK Darling. We'll get that shipped out to you this week. If you want to reach out to one of the moderators and send them your details, your name, address, email address, and phone number, we'll get that shipped out to you this week. Let's take a look at the points. 572 points across the 3 races. Go to Neodoid, 488 to Fui, 468 to Godzilla Waddle. And that was quite a big gap. It was 100 points down then to Manu and Void Manger and Dark Press. So yeah, let's see who the last person to score points was. I'll scroll through slowly so you can see. Superhand's got 114, same as Perlin. Captain Reed got 111. MX Purple got 93 points. Let's see who the last person to get any points was. Pokemon Kid got 77. Gouty got 54. Jellymaster in at 26 points. Last person to score points was True Blaze in 51st. So 51 people scored points. That's pretty good going. I think I'm somewhere down at the bottom here. Probably right at the very bottom with 0 points. There we go. I'm in 112. You've got 69th. 69th is always a fun one to look up. Honest Accountant got 69th. That's fitting. I like that. Let's see who got very, very much last. 148th, Balaba. Yeah, Balaba and Daniel Sodersom bringing up the rear. So there you go. In the top 100, you're happy. Yeah, breaking the top 100, that's always good. 100th place went to Oily. 99th to Zizora. So there you go. Well done. That is marbles played for GMK Darling R1. Cool. Okay. So, that's pretty much it for the stream. If you guys want to get 15% off anything in stock, you've got about 5 minutes left to get that before I close down the discount. You can use the code that we posted in chat earlier on. So put your orders in. Other than that, I think it's about it for me for the stream tonight. I'm going to head home, get some sleep. I've got a couple of appointments that I need to do in the morning, and then I'll be back at the workshop posting and shipping out packages tomorrow. Check on Discord and Instagram for some updates because I'll share those during the week. And thank you so much for the fun stream. I really enjoyed it with you guys, and I'll catch you guys probably next week, maybe the week after as well. Who knows? Take care, guys. Have a lot of fun. Come and chat on the Discord. I'll see you all again soon. Love you all. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.